Strong, we doing nigga ass. H-Town nigga ass traps. Rack City, bitch, 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 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Rack City, bitch, 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 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Black fours, red drop head door. Got your whore doing shit this uncalled for. I see these bitches calling, I just hit ignore. James Bond time for out of Thor. I ain't got 'em. Every block don't spot 'em. 120 in the ghost, take my bitch shopping. Niggas just open it up. Cause they ain't poppin', ain't got nothing in common with niggas with no comma. Rain in the ramen, right shit, young guarded. I be ahead of these niggas last team. I am CMB nigga, take the feet, like a bad bitch, then the best to my nigga me. Big Millie, racked up, racked out. Right. And I can count money till I pass out. Right. On the right side, it's in the stash house. Right. And let me say something when I mash out. Looking like a fly. The sky. Say this so I hurry up and die, cause my bitch look like she. Me and 3 feet. No pink toenails, tail like a beach whale. Tell them all better keep it on the DL. No phone, no Twitter, no email. Diamonds in the chain, money in the ring. Call me king of diamond, bitch, you win ain't shit. Pocket racked up, all big faces. At the party crib full of bras, all naked. Rose cases, we pop daily. We stay faded, need no occasion. Black and Asian, black Caucasians. All go crazy for days and amazing. Rack City, bitch, 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 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. I used to have an old school that was all black. Told his ass take a break, gon' fall back. Yeah, my pockets like the club, always packed. Out the Audi coupe, painted all match. The bitch looking for another bitch. She don't get up, then I'm fucking with my other bitch. Say she got a couple partners, all they know is dick. It's like Nicky, they ain't fucking shit. I'm on some other shit, yeah, I'm on some other shit. With this bank, some other shit. You other shit, yeah, I'm the shit. Never find me in the gutter, bitch. Alabama rich, I'm Alabama rich. Shady records, ghetto vision, hello kids, I'm in. This bitch with hits, big hammering. I leave your mama with a candle lit. Happy birthday, me. Radioactive is a magnet for birthday. Fresh shoes, it's like all the opponents saw me and said, let's move. It's hit me at the fake, let's choose. Cause I'm teaching the class, you motherfuckers slip through. So even the haters only instigating my students, but a couple of people I won't say yes to. Mr. Ballerina, Mr. Bob Domalina, can I sing it for you, Bob? Can I pick the chrome Nina up and pick 'em off for you from afar with the beamer? Cause I seen the piece of fault, he's a real cop cleaner. I should let him loose, but I refuse to be an Obama-nator. You hate on me, you're probably an Obama hater. Laugh at you chronic players, stick with a sonic laser and shoot you from Pluto with a Super Bowl full of navigators. Freaking still seeking the shot cause I'm a power fader. Shower these cowards without a doubt of my power and take your bitch without a shower till I'm sour to hours later. She'll still come back lying about the wonderful mouth I gave her. Rack City, bitch, 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 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch. Rack City, bitch, 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 10, 20s and the 50s, bitch.
Black culture is idiotic. Most of the people in this graduation is out of their mind, and it's black people. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out real quick to my
What are we doing? My ninjas, what are we doing? 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 Bring yourselves here, right here. Let's talk about it. Welcome. We are live. We're actually cooking up, serving out these packages, doing our dizzle like we do every day. Like we do every day. What up? What up? What up? What's good with all you people? You people. Yeah, you people. All right, we put the AirPods back on. We're about to cook here. We're about to serve up a little bit of some home cooking. I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. The fatigue is real, man. The fatigue is real. Let's go. All right, let's go. All right, let me give shout outs to everybody that's in the chat before we start the cooking here. We got shout out to Maverick, the Iowa Good Riddance in the building, whether it's Life James in the building, the W in the building, Big Black in the building, Don in the building, Nathaniel in the building. Look, guys, I'm gonna start off before we go into like the reaction to Brandon Tatum. Before we do the reaction to Brandon Tatum, I want to first talk about a few things. The reason why I played that song because it is Rock City with a lot of you ninjas. So I wanted to discuss that, but before we got there, I wanted to. That song actually had a line that um, I wanted you guys. It might have went over y'all heads, a lot of y'all heads, but we don't relate. I'm not like none of y'all, and it's okay because what I'm interested in is getting money by any means possible, grinding like nobody's business, worrying about me, myself, my family, and I. I'm not worried about nobody that ain't trying to get paper and get up in life. So I get it. I get it. Y'all down bad. You guys are cooked. So I said we're gonna get to how graduation should look because that's a more of a standardized question of how should you act at a graduation, which is something super simple to answer. I'm gonna answer that for you because there's a lot of uh, African Americans, you know, not Black Americans, African Americans who don't know how to act at a graduation, and we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about how you don't like make noise when you are at a graduation. You're supposed to like save the claps until the end. Now I know you have obnoxiously loud parents because they have nothing to be loud about because their life is cooked. So they got to be loud at the moments that just did not garner enough energy that you want to be not loud. You just want to be chill. But you can't handle yourself because it's the one accomplishment you have in your life. And it ain't just black people, it's white people that do it too. If they are literally accomplished nothing in life, then of course, their kid graduated high school, whatever. Oh my God, my baby graduated high school. And um, they're excited. They want to cheer on because they have nothing good otherwise going on in their life. So I get that. But we're gonna talk about how you're supposed to properly conduct yourself at a high school graduation because a lot of blacks don't really know, uh, and a lot of whites don't know, a lot of Hispanics don't know. So we're gonna get into that. But I saw a lot of fighting at these graduations this year. This is a yearly thing, guys. Just know when you grow up in a hood, this ain't like a this ain't like a flukish thing. This ain't like a, oh shoot, just had a bunch of fighting happening. No, this happens every year. Every year at like any school that has 50% or more black kids, you're gonna have either a fight at the graduation, or if they can control themselves a little bit more, it's gonna be a fight in the parking lot after the graduation. But this year, people just are out of control to where they didn't care about waiting till after the graduation was over. They're fighting during the graduation. You got a kid that literally got bad grades and decided to destroy the graduation because he didn't get his diploma. They're gonna mail it to him. You got another kid that tried to like do a backflip, fell on his neck, almost snapped his neck. You got these situations that just happened, and it's like, come on, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing, my boy? What are we doing, my boy? Shout out to Ski in the building. Shout out to you, Ski. So we're gonna talk about all that. But before we get there, I want to tell y'all, look, guys, yesterday was um so I'll sever. I'm gonna you by the way, I'll say you can come up on a panel if you want to. Now keep in mind, aisle seven. I get it. You might have went to a black school, no fights, but majority of black schools there are gonna be fights. That's just what our culture does. We just fight. And understand, like you might have not experienced that. I'm happy you didn't have to experience that. The majority of black people will say that you have more times out of not fights every week, at least once a month. I went to black schools until I went to high school, and it was always a fight, always somebody getting whooped up on. And it wasn't a fight; it was bullying happening. But the bullying was like bullying like nobody's business, to where it was like whatever, whatever, whatever. But back to the point. Let me get back to it. Guys, I'm not like a lot of y'all. I'm not like a lot of y'all. So I apologize, as I was gonna do a video earlier and I was gonna like run down people. But I want to say, guys, we're not alike. I like to get money. I like to surround myself around energy that will influence me to be the best I can be. I don't go on YouTube channels that are consist of people I don't like, people who I think are beneath me because of the choices they're making in their life to not be productive, not be great, which is okay. You don't have to be great. You don't have to be great. You could be regular. I'm not saying you have to be regular, but understand that a lot of what we got going on this channel is a lot of people who are in life mediocre, and instead of understanding, okay, I'm mediocre and I'm happy with being mediocre, you want everybody else to be at your level. Because yesterday was some diabolical work. Yesterday, you had three black haters, just not even haters, just hateful black men come on my panel to call themselves out as being haters. These guys literally have nothing to, anybody would say, hey, I want to be like this guy. Because, when you show yourself on a public platform, you don't want to be, yeah, how you doing? You got this here thing. You mind if I take a quick photo real quick? Okay. Okay. Now, hand it right to you in 2 seconds. But yeah, if you literally have nothing redeeming enough for you to not have to come on my channel, come on, bro. What are we doing here? All right, this is separate. This separate package got to be scanned on its own, which I don't mind. I get paid $1.70 instead of 70 cents. But back to the point, guys. Uh, if you come on a public platform and you're doing everything that would make you not want to be listened to by people because you come off like just angry and bitter and everything that nobody would desire to be like or want to be around, I don't know what to tell you. Because here's the situation. Right now, my channel is my channel. It's what you get. But here's the thing: when my nephew get in town, I'm going to make my channel something different. Back to what makes me me and what makes people want to watch my channel. It's gonna be fun. Now, here's the situation. A lot of y'all are gonna be left behind, and it's okay. I appreciate you guys who are here, but a lot of you guys are gonna be left behind. Shout out to Fantastic Max in the building. I got to this point when I sat here and I'm thinking to myself, you have a guy that literally is making $300 to $500 bonus washing while waking up every day to do something he doesn't want to do with his, which is this job, just to have, a little bit of structure. And then the guy's able to live his best life and go play basketball whenever he wants, eat whatever he wants, blah, blah, blah. And you guys are literally trying to, like, I guess, antagonize this guy to make him feel like some kind of way. Not really working too well, guys. Not really working too well when we're just winning all over the place. Just winning all over the place. And the funniest thing of it all is yesterday I saw a video of somebody or a comment of somebody saying that I'm too lazy to cook. Think about that. I make enough money that I can just buy myself food and let somebody else make my food. I can just, chill out. But I'm too lazy just because I don't want to prepare my own food right now. I'm too lazy. Uh, Yeah, fantastic, Max. We can't bring him to the promised land. Ski, I wouldn't rent a Cybertruck for a day. I'm gonna buy one eventually. Yeah, I wouldn't rent one for the day. But like I said, it got to the point that when that white guy, I don't know his name, but the white guy came on, my signal went out. Y'all were able to create a need for a man to come on my channel, feeling like I victimized him by saying that he thought that I called him a brokey. I don't even know the guy. Just think about the hypothetical on that. Like, dude, you literally, I don't know you, and you thought, it's hyper. You thought, I don't know you. You thought that I called you a brokey. I don't know you. You're driving a truck, and I don't know what you do for a living. You driving a truck, though. Why would I call you a brokey if you have a job and you're not? Like, what's crazy? So I got to allow you to live through me every single day and not call you a brokey. You think about it. I'm not dumb. If you're literally spending time on a channel that you're getting no value on, because as you say that you don't learn nothing on my channel. Everything I'm doing is bad, but you're spending hours like Big Black, the other black guy, the washed guy, whatever. You spend actually yesterday 6 hours straight watching my channel, not working, not being productive. The one dude was literally in his studio for 2 hours in my backstage waiting to come on, but I said you're not coming on. But he's in my backstage for 2 hours, thirsty. And you want me to think that you got movement. You're making a bag. You're doing some great stuff, and you literally have 6 hours to spend with a guy that you feel like you get no value from. No, honestly, you guys get value. You guys are learning how to be entertaining, how to be men for the most part. And like I said, every aspect of this YouTube life that I'm living right now, there's nothing anybody can call out because everything is great. I wake up every day. I go do this job that I don't have to do. I can like quit right now and do something, make more money during this time. But I'm still doing this job because I want the structure of my life. And then I go and I do my bonus washing. Then after that, I go and get some food. I chill, sleep, and wake up and do it the next day. You know, You have a guy that said, he just said, just got a tire delivery, $47 for 4 miles, 8 tires. Look to see who live, so I brag. Real talk. Superman Clark Kent, shout out to you for getting that delivery. But you do realize that who cares? No, I mean, what I'm saying is, I shout out to you for getting that delivery, but who cares? I mean, I don't know if you're trying to say that as, you're trying to say you're making, dude, I mean, you got to deliver 8 tires. That's good money. Congratulations. But see, I don't floss my money. I just tell y'all what I make because people ask, what am I making? I just tell y'all what I'm making. I'm making this money right here. That's the point. The bonus washing, I'm going that way. You guys go ahead. I'm going that way. Yeah, take your time. I'm going to the house right there. Yep. But yeah, um, back to the point though. Let's get into these graduations. I just wanted to get that out. So let's get to the graduations. So look, guys, I don't know what's wrong with our culture because majority of people that's in the chat are black. You guys are black. What is going on in our culture? Can we be objective for a second and say that our culture is trash at this point? And it's trash in a variety of ways. Let's start with the main way. Why is it that we can't even be organized and do organization of fights without nothing? Like right now, if I said to everybody in the chat, I will buy everybody a Gatorade. If everybody at the same time can put a one in the chat, you're gonna have maybe 5 people put a one out of the 22, but the other 17 are gonna make it. Oh my God, you ain't gonna tell me what to do. I don't need a Gatorade. I got all the money I need. You don't gotta buy me no Gatorade. I can do it myself. I'm this, that. That's what I mean by dysfunction. Like a graduation. Why is it that this graduation, there's simple rules? Simple rules. Don't fight. Don't come up until you're called. When you're called, get your diploma, your piece of paper, and walk away. Back to the other side with the rest of everybody else. But why is it that we always got to do the extra? Why can't we just chill out and just do what everybody else do? Why do you always got to have all the ignorance? That just ruins it for everybody else. Do I want to be a part of a graduation that had a fight? And then you got the women. Let me show you this video every day. Let me show you this video again.
Black culture is idiotic. Most of the people in this graduation is out of their mind, and it's black people. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out real quick to my.
All right, that's Brandon Tatum. I don't agree that bluntly, like he just went in. I don't agree that bluntly. I don't think it's a black thing. I think it's a black culture thing, not a black people thing, black culture thing. Okay. Now keep in mind, okay, why is it that we have a woman screaming excited because you have people getting beat up at a graduation? Why is it that you can't just grab your diploma and just walk away? It was somewhere, a black city, obviously. But here's the problem. It doesn't happen with no other culture people but us. We're the ones that gotta have cops at our graduation parties and all that. Shout out to Jeff. And people are gonna say, it ain't blacks. Everybody do it. It happens everywhere. It doesn't happen everywhere. You don't have a bunch of white folks beating each other up at a graduation because they know they have a future that they know they're not gonna recover from. Because guess what? With black folks, you got videos you beating up people at a graduation and you can still get a job. Of course, it's gonna be a fast food job, but you can still get a job because we get bottom feeder jobs, low value jobs. So it doesn't matter if you have videos of beating somebody up out on YouTube. You know why? Because you don't care if you get that video pulled up because you don't care about losing that job because they're not gonna fire you anyway because the manager probably beat up somebody in their life at a graduation maybe. But like with white folks, Asians, everybody else, they know if they fight at a graduation, there's repercussions. Their parents are gonna beat the brakes off them, if not kick them out the house for disowning the family name. They know when colleges, if they got a college they're supposed to go to, the college is probably gonna, if they got a scholarship, take away the scholarship. They're cooked. I don't know if y'all saw. There's a video of a there's a video of a woman who got hired at Chick-fil-A, the happiest place you can work at. And Chick-fil-A decided to, they do background checks on people. So they did a background check on her. And they saw that she did some racist videos in regards to not liking white people. And, with Chick-fil-A being, religious company, they decided to terminate her because of that. They took her job away. And she is telling this lady who works in the HR department about it. And the lady was like, "You got to be safe. You got to be careful. Why are you bringing up why are you bringing up your, shout out to Nap in the building. Why are you bringing up your hate rhetoric on social media, not realizing that you're going to not be able to get a job at a place that's going to be respectable because of the fact I'm at this house that I knocked the mailbox over. But yeah, you're not gonna get a job at a respectable place if you're talking like with me, for example. I got a lot of hateful stuff I said on my Twitter. A lot of it to ninjas. I called some ninjas out because I had instances with ninjas at the time, and I was going through it. Like I had thugs that were ruining everything for me, you know. And I called it out, and I talk about it on my Twitter, on my Facebook. I got a lot of heat for calling out the ignorance. But here's the situation with me. It's crazy because I literally said everything that's being said right now about blacks fighting at graduation parties. And by the way, I'm not talking about all black people. All black people aren't bad like this. It's ninjas. But once again, I got videos of me talking about, you know, fights at high schools, why we need to stop doing that. It doesn't happen with nobody but us. I have videos of us talking about, I got videos of me talking about how Waffle House employees got to know how to fight to get hired because they're gonna have to fight some black folk. Like the one Waffle House video I saw, there was this white guy. So these two black guys were fighting. Like the Waffle House worker was fighting another black guy, and it wasn't a vicious fight, but it's got kind of started to get out of hand. So the white guy, instinctively messed up. He effed around and found out. He grabs one of the black customer. He grabs him by the neck to choke him out, and the black guy's looking at him like getting choked out. Like, really, really? And then the black guy who was fighting immediately stopped fighting him and like looked at the white guy too. Like, really, you're choking this dude? Like you had nothing to do with this fight, and you're choking this dude. This guy's trying to help you out, employee. But guess what happened? That guy Donkey beat the crap out of him. He beat the brakes off the white guy to the point the white guy was on the ground, like just done, cooked. And everybody knew that was going to happen because the white guy thought he was going to choke out the guy. And then the guy, he was going to like be a hero. He's going to be like praised by the employees, like, hey, you know, good customer of the week, you get a free waffle. No, the worker who he was trying to help took the side of the guy that was whooping him up because he was drunk. Because he just said, no, we're not gonna have this white guy beating up or choking out a black guy, like not in 2026. So it's like, what do you do? What do you do? Do you just let that employee get beat up now? If you're a white guy, you see a drunk black guy beating up the employee, I would just look the other way and just walk away. Because I'm not about to be freaking sitting there because they find out that at one point I rocked with Trump. Now they just don't like me because I'm a conservative and they call me a white guy. Now I get beat up for trying to break up a fight. But I would never, if I was breaking up a fight, I'm going to just break up. I'm going to just get in between, like, yo, let's not fight. I'm not going to grab the guy by his neck, even though the guy was beating up the employee. But the employee was shooting a fair one. It's the such thing as a fair one. But here's the point. Um, You know, I was saying this back in 20 or 2000. I don't rock with Trump at all like that now. Trump be doing too much from what I see. But I still got, I still voted for him. He's what it is. But back to the point, Ski, I talked and said all of this years ago when it wasn't cool to say this. Now it's happening, and now the black side will literally try to cancel me and put me on blast and say, "You're Uncle Tom, you're a coon, you're this, you're that." Now they're now talking about this. Like the one guy that tried to put me on blast and tried to like get me canceled. He just put a post up like, I ain't even gonna put the video up, but y'all need to do better. Dude, what is you saying they need to do better? How's that gonna help anything? No, you tell those ninjas what they need to stop doing. Stop fighting at freaking graduation parties. Stop fighting at Waffle House. Stop fighting and stop. There's a video of a guy. Hold on, gotta make sure my audio is good. There's a video of a guy who, hey, Jeff is not lying. That Market Street Waffle House used to be popping back in the day. Like after the bars were over, they go to that Waffle House. That Waffle House is dangerous. I saw a roach there though, and I never ate there again. I saw a roach at that Market Street Waffle House. I never ate there again. That's the trenches right there. Like people used to see. I remember this, Nab. Like you're not really in the culture. See, Nab, you used to be about that life. You ain't about that life no more. See what happens, Nab, is this, okay? A lot of the blacks, after the party's over, instead of just going home, they go to somebody's business to act a fool. They either go to a gas station or they go to a parking lot of like a mall. They go somewhere with a lot of space and they pull up with their, car with the big rims, and it'd be an old, I saw a freaking old BMW, like a 19, this had to be like a 1998. It was like a circular body BMW with like 20-inch rims on it. And I'm like, bruh, why? Why do your rims cost more than a car, bro? We doing that in 2026? But like I said, that Waffle House makes a lot of money because it used to be busy. I don't know if it's busy anymore. I'm not in the life no more. I just go home after. But no, like, yeah, Jeff probably did security at that Waffle House because they have to have security. It's like we don't know how to behave. But back to the point, there's another incident that happened with a white guy who was in a 7-Eleven, and he's four black kids, because this is our culture to where we actually are allowed in the 90-degree weather, we're allowed to walk around with shiesty mask on inside of a store. You know that sign that says no mask allowed? No backpack allowed. That's for our kids. That's for nobody else. That's for our kids. But everybody gets punished for it. To where I can't bring in my little man bag because I'm, pretty much the YNs ruined that for us. But here's the situation. They have to put that sign up because instead of the cops, shout out to Panther Trading, instead of us making it a law, making it illegal to have like shiesty masks going in stores, because the only group of people that do that, 90 degrees outside, you got a shiesty mask going. That means you're stealing. You're going to steal from that store. You don't want them to see your face. So what happened was the white guy saw these kids had the shiesty mask on, and they were stuffing things down their pants. And pretty much he called them out and said, "Stop stealing, put the stuff back." It ain't his responsibility. Let 7-Eleven handle it. And you know what happened? The YNs waited. They left. They waited for the guy when he left the store. It was on the news. Look it up. Man beat up outside 7-Eleven. The four kids jumped on him and showed the video. They jumped him, beat him up. They pretty much mud stopped him, like the head kicks, stumped his head in. He survived, but he straight up said like now he wants to carry. But he said that being a white guy, we're not allowed to protect ourselves because I would have shot one of those kids, which I legally could have, because they were literally trying to kill me. I would be called a racist and I would go to jail. I would go to jail and I'd be called a racist for protecting myself. That's where we're at right now in this country. If those kids would have got shot, it would have been, oh my God. Nope. Ski. Actually, hold on, let me find the story. Since I'm lying, hold on, let's go to the story. Let's go to the story. Here we go right here. Here's the story.
Tonight, police are searching for a group of teenagers who are on camera.
Hold on, guys.
Tonight, police are searching for a group of
There you go.
teenagers who were caught on camera attacking a man outside a downtown convenience store. It happened at a 7-Eleven on Penn Avenue last weekend. KDK's Jennifer Barrasso got a hold and explains what happened. Jen.
And just looking at the surveillance video noon here. Now, a business near the 7-Eleven, which is behind me, shared that surveillance video. Police believe the four teens got mad after the guy accused them of stealing. That's when the punches started flying and everything ended in the street behind me. Surveillance video shows this man in a blue shirt and tan jacket running out of the 7-Eleven on Penn Avenue near Heinz Hall in Pittsburgh's Cultural District. You can see a group of teenagers surrounding him, throwing punches, pushing him to the ground, and continuing to kick him. Pittsburgh police say the assault started inside the 7-Eleven after the victim mentioned to an employee he believed the group of teenage males were shoplifting. It's the latest incident in a string of crimes downtown, including a deadly shooting in Market Square and a brawl that led to a temporary policy limiting youth access in the area. Brett James has been a business owner in Pittsburgh for 23 years. His salon is feet from where this happened. What was your reaction when you saw that?
Pretty crazy. I really just don't expect that to transpire in the cultural district. I feel that it should be safer all around the city. But for that to transpire down here, that was pretty shocking.
He wants to see a bigger police presence than what is happening now.
I think there needs to be more of a police presence on the beat, whether it's on bikes, horses, walking around, whatever. People need to feel safe downtown.
He says his business depends on it.
The small businesses that are left in this city.
All right, look, Ski, I can't show the video, obviously, because I'm already at risk of being this video shut down because I showed that video of the fight at the graduation. But I can't show the video because the video shows the guy getting his head stumped in. Y'all can just look it up. Go ahead, look it up, Ski. I just put in 7-Eleven, Pittsburgh. Guy jumped outside. Here's the point, though. That doesn't matter. This is the point. You see how fast we're quick to try to debunk something that's like really happening out here? People are literally getting beat up by black teens all over the place because no accountability. You know, back when I was in Youngstown, living in Youngstown, you knew better as a black teen not to be beating up or even doing nothing crazy in Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was one of the most racist cities. Now, what I mean by racist is if you were even a thought of stealing in a Pittsburgh grocery store or a Pittsburgh store, you're going to jail. But now, because of Black Lives Matter, terrorism organization and all these other groups that are protecting criminals, now you're not allowed to do nothing about it. Like that guy's not allowed to stop people from stealing. You have to allow, you have to let the theft happen. And you guys, of course, instead of accepting accountability, you heard what they said. Teens now have a curfew on when they can be downtown now. Not because of the whites, not because of Arabs, not because of Hispanic, because of black teens. Teens are not allowed to go downtown after a set time. But instead of us addressing the cause of this, we're gonna say it's all teenagers to dissolve the fixing that needs to happen. And look, guys, I don't want to I'm not trying to beat off a dead horse. God dang it, I forgot to take the picture of the package. I'm not trying to beat off a dead horse. I'm just trying to say that, like, what are we doing? What are we doing where we're allowing people to destroy, like, just normal civilization in America? Like, literally, like, we are not allowed for our kids to go downtown now in Pittsburgh after 8 o'clock because of black teens. It's black teens. It's nobody else. It's black teens. It's what it is. But by us saying it's all teens, now all teens get blamed. And like, here's the thing. Y'all gonna say, oh, this channel is trying to be a race baiter, trying to be like Brandon Tatum. I'm not trying to be like nobody but me. I'm just speaking what it is. And it got to me because like yesterday proved exactly what I'm talking about. You can't create content for black folks. You can't create content for black folks. Black folks are the most judgmental without wanting to accept accountability for their ish people. Like you guys are always quick to say, like for example, Ski, I got love for you. And by the way, Nab, that comment was some nasty work you just put up there, Nab. You just said, Nab. You said, Nab. It happens with all races. Nab, pull up one video, please. One video of a white teen takeover. Pull up one video, please, of a white teen takeover, Nab. Pull up one video of some Arabs taking over a neighborhood. Pull up one video of, like, yeah, you might got some Hispanics jumping people in California, but you're not going to find that video. I just don't get why we're dissolving blame, which is ultimately going to make things worse because now these kids are probably at home excited because they're on the news telling all their friends, oh, we're the news. We beat that white man up. We beat that white man up because he tried to like tell on us for stealing. We beat that way. We gave him the case of the beats. Dude, that's freaking ignorant. That's ignorant, and that's why nobody wants us around. Nobody wants us around because we are literally destroying. We're destroying. And you know, it frustrates me because yesterday was an example of that. You have you and you have you and you have Nab, Ski. You got Ski and Nab on the panel rocking out, showing respect. But that y'all call glazers, y'all call D-kissers, y'all call all this stuff, all because you guys show love. So if you're not hateful to me, pretty much if you're not hateful to me, if you actually are not like disrespectful to me, then now you're a glazer. You're not to be respected as a man. That's black culture right there. If you show respect to another man, you're considered a glazer. You're not even allowed to be a fan of to another man. But guess what? If a white man came on here and you guys showed him love and respect, no big deal. Blacks ain't gonna say nothing at all. They're gonna be like, oh yeah, man, you the man. You're this, you're that. That's the problem. We're not even allowed to respect each other as black people. We gotta hate each other as black people to fit in. Exactly, Don. Black people think chaos equals power. That's one of the issues. Absolutely. No, no, no. Islam trying to take over my brother. Number one threat in the way of living. Pretty soon our wives and daughters are gonna have to wear a hijab when going to the swimming pool. Here's the situation. Silicone. I don't know about that. I'm not gonna go there. That Nab, I'm gonna show Nab some respect. Nab would have to come on the panel and talk on that. Nab, you wanna come up, you can. But you know, I don't know, it gets rough. But I mean that's Nab's. I'm not gonna speak on that. Problem is authority, Jeff. You know, authority. Nab. See, this is what I'm saying. Nab, you're trying to justify that hockey like chaos after winning the World Cup, called the Stanley. And like they know it's coming. You know what they do? They know it's coming. So you know what they do? They have cops and everybody on patrol, ready to go. They know it's coming, and they literally put things in place. But they're not beating each other up, acting crazy to a point of death. You don't see that. Nobody's scared to go to after like Stanley Cup celebration to be out there, dude. The problem is blacks always want to justify their behavior with they want to justify nigga shit with freaking like winning or celebrating a win or something, just something positive. Y'all out of y'all mind. Even when you have a Black Lives Matter terrorist organization, not the message. I think Black Lives Matter as a message is okay. That's great. But the organization is a terrorist organization that's ran by, those those overweight fat lesbians who literally decided to steal money. This was, I think that's a bad organization. It did a disservice to black people. It made black people think that like they're out here being hunted by cops and stuff. Here's the point. Why do we always by saying white people do the same thing when they don't? Show me a video of some white people doing that nigga this. Even when we do our protests with Life Matter and stuff, whites will be right there. They're not tearing down nothing, beating up nobody. They're cleaning up after themselves. We don't even clean up after ourselves. We make a mess and we just leave. Go look at photos of like after Black Lives Matter protest is over. Look at the photos. It's freaking craziness. Destruction. The whole neighborhood is destroyed. It just gets to a point, guys, of being frustrating because it's like I don't like this is embarrassing. And it's like every year it's the same embarrassment. Like we can't do prom without fighting or overdoing prom, spending millions on prom. And then we got people getting beat up for just graduating high school. You gotta understand, Ski grew up home where the white man got the blame for everything. He could have been a libertarian. See, you see how like EJ says those for what those are my people. See how you guys try to separate yourself from nigga shit, how you guys like try to set yourself instead of how much I want to this and and I showed you that I was gassing up that guy getting dumped outside 7-Eleven for telling on kids the video. Now what? This is not gonna stop and take accountability for that kid get raised for the most mothers. All single mother can destroy single mother culture will be good. Like that one streamer, but he's in trouble for kicking out a woman out of his SUV on the freeway, like out of his van on the freeway, and her friend stayed on the van with him, and he thought she kicked her out. But forget about being underage. The chick has 3 kids. The chick has 3 kids. She has 3 kids at 21 years old. Like, what the hell are you doing with 3 kids at 21 years old? At 21 years old, what are you doing with 3 kids? You know how crazy that is? No, you don't have to take responsibility for people in Africa and Haiti. That's the point. The point of the matter is, Black Americans take accountability for Black Americans. That's just what it is. And it starts by acknowledging them as being ignorant. But when you look the other way, he's mad at me for talking about it because it needs to be talked about, then that's where we're wrong. Ski, it ain't nothing wrong with having kids as long as the man is. You can't have 3 kids at 21 years old and you're on a bus trying to get a rich streamer. You're on a bus trying to get with a rich streamer who's just literally just gonna pipe you out, and you're hoping to get pregnant so he can make another baby, so that way he can give you money. And what if his career fails? You got another kid, 4 kids, and no reason. That's what I'm saying. We have to fix this. But that's when it's to happen because it's causing the tires down the back. Kids still in that still my business. That's still books. Still books. So all I'm saying is that fight was absolutely that fight was absolutely diabolical. At a graduation, that and we got to get so welcome back, guys. I know Ski, you're trolling. I get it. I know you're trolling. You're trying to have a good time right now, but dude, you are kids at 21. There's nothing to see here. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Like I know you're trolling. You know good and ain't gonna well. That's the reason why you have so many bad kids, man. Because you have too many people that would think that having 3 kids at 21, EJ, because we're making niggas, we're making ninjas, we're making them by allowing them to exist in this form. Because this conversation, I'm shocked that people, like not more people are telling me to stop talking about this because this is something to talk about as black. It's good to hear. You gotta talk and tell people this is happening. But if, when you don't allow people to talk and they're it ain't being old enough. What do you see? Come on, bro. You can go on the panel if you want, man. I'm about to link up in a second. It ain't about how old. It's about you being financially secure enough to provide for a kid. Dude, if you're freaking 3 kids and man, a partying with the streamer, getting drunk with the streamer instead of home with your kids, you know what I mean? There's no point. And by the way, please, okay, Ski, if you're serious, don't come on a panel with that, man, because I don't like, come on, bro. I just want to, this is what I mean. I want to stream, and it gets hard when it's a lot of like joking around, and it makes it me, then people come on and it gets like bad. Like, if you're serious, though, come on a panel, though, and break it down, man. But like, come on, dude. Like, I don't know why we do this, man. No offense, man. Come on, Ski. Shout out to What Is Life. This is what I mean when I bring people on and they start making, like, we make the channel kind of like look crazy and like entertainment instead of like informative a little bit, because we start, and it makes me start joking and trolling, and then it just gets bad, man. Because, dude, you're justifying three kids at 21 years old, and she's on a party bus. Ski, she's on a party bus with streamers, 21 years old, meaning she had her first kid and she got pregnant at 17, 16, 17, first kid. Second kid, right away. Third kid, right away. Didn't wait a second, just straight bust nuts in her. And keep in mind, she could, there's over 100 form of birth control. She didn't even think to get birth control. She didn't think the whole time, hey, maybe I should get birth control. Maybe I should get birth control. Nope, she went ahead and got it herself out of here in the paint. What's going on, Nap?
Yo, what up, man?
Stem for the culture. For the culture.
What up? My bad. My reception's messing up. 1 second.
You good? Dean is great, whatever his stupid name is. Yeah. So pretty much, what you really think that other cultures do this stuff? And this is where it's your time to shine, as they say you're a yes man. So give me an opposing viewpoint. I think you're doing the order. You still there?
I'm here.
So go to give me that opposing viewpoint, man. Stand up for yourself, like they say you don't. Tell them why you think
Well,
that it's white people and everybody else does the fighting at graduation parties, even though I'm pretty sure you couldn't find one video.
there could be an argument being made, certain videos are being suppressed. It's possible because, like,
Oh, here we
how?
go.
No, because
Nah, it's
how have we not
2026.
seen it?
How are they hiding white videos? How are they hiding white videos?
Mm,
If white people are fighting, black people are gonna make sure that video get pushed. Like, what are you talking
mm.
about, man?
I mean, there's got to be more to it. It can't be that simple, right?
No, dude, it's that simple. Black fight at graduations.
Mm,
Overseas, teen takeovers, black thing. Nobody else is doing it but black kids. So it's like, dude, how would you feel if you're a white kid and you're not allowed to go to a shopping mall? You're not allowed to go to the movies. You're not allowed to go to see the fireworks by yourself like you always been able to, because a bunch of black kids that moved to your town decided to fight. Because Pittsburgh used to be a white city. Like you were like the Pittsburgh. Like, you weren't black acting a fool in Pittsburgh. They don't play that. Now, because of liberal policies
mm.
and it became liberal place, now the blacks taking it over. So, like, how would you feel
So
that,
you're telling me, my bad. You there?
you good, go ahead.
You're telling me a teen takeover is like they just a bunch of them come in and act up? Is that what teen takeover is?
Yeah. Like that, what they do at teen takeovers is Snap. They show up to
Mm,
shopping center, or it's just a big venue, and it's like 50 of them, and they
mm.
meet. They pretty much set this up on like Discord or whatever. They got masks on, and they
Instagram.
literally just take and steal
Mm.
and destroy everything. And that's the fun of it.
Wow.
They destroy cars, they jump on cars, break windows, they steal anything from anywhere, clothes. They just take over the whole area. And then the cops come,
Good God.
and some of them get arrested, but they get out. They get out of it. They just get out of it. And once again, of course, he just said the white kids. He saw it happen. You know what would happen if I was at a shopping mall and I saw a bunch of white kids like taking over something? If they interfere with my life, like if they touch my car, they're gonna get the case of the beats on them. That ain't gonna happen.
Hmm.
They're not, white kids ain't doing that crap. They don't. I think it's the consequence thing. They know that if they get caught, their parents are gonna severely punish them. With our
In a
kids,
timeout.
the
Mm.
yeah, a time out. But our kids, the parents would be happy if they got some stuff to sell. If they made like a lick,
Come
hit a
on.
lick,
Come on.
the black
Christmas
parents would be
number
like,
two.
Nah, they're gonna be like, oh hell yeah, you walk away with a MacBook, we could sell that for $1,000. They're happy because most of the kids
Uh,
that do the team takeover are poor black kids, and their parents can use that money because their bum asses don't want to go get a job, so their kids cannot do that. Like my
mm-mm,
son would think of silly. You know why? Because of course, if he didn't have his mom baller that she is, I provide him with everything.
mm,
Like my son be asking me, he'd be like, hey. I can make some extra money because I think I want to buy this. I had to rip him the other day. Like, dude, you need nothing. You don't need to be thinking about making
mm-hmm,
money. You make $100 a week just breathing because of this support that I and your mom entitled to. You're lucky enough to get the money. So you get $100 a week
mm-hmm,
every single week, and freaking free. And I'm like, on top of that money, I give money on games. I'm like, dude, enough is enough. If you don't stop the bull crap, talk about extra money. You just we gonna pick you up every day, 5 days a week, practice for an hour.
it's
You're gonna
breaking
make
up or not?
your money, and you're gonna do what you got to do. No more of this BS. You're wasting time doing something. The video games, all that stupid stuff you're doing, and the whole point of the matter is that's how you keep your kid out of trouble. You get them to understand their reality. But when you just let the kids go haywire with no direction, they're going to act a
Mm.
fool, and then you got to blame yourself. And that's the problem we face right now.
All right, Ski, you wanna join in?
When you was discussing with Nab about um the white people fighting, right? So
Mm,
I think it's pretty common, and I know Dennis, you're gonna shut it down because you know that's just the type of person you are. White people fight at weddings, they fight at bar mitzvahs, they fight at restaurants, and
wow.
like they fight too. They fight at
Ski,
graduations.
Ski, find me a
Hmm.
video.
Mm,
Find me a video this year, any graduation this year of a white person fighting. I don't care about what, that's their family. I'm talking about something that the public is engaged in that we can't help. Find a video of that happening, please.
mm,
Can you know how to use Twitter and YouTube and all that? Find one
I
video,
mean, the
Ski,
whole thing is
of white
I
people
could go get a
messing
I
up a
could go get a
graduation.
video. I mean, I could get white people fighting at a playground. It's just like they do it too, and it's like
Dude,
one. But the thing is, this: if I get you the video, you're gonna say that's Virginia. Those are the rednecks. Those are the hillbillies. Those are the like
no, Ski,
the
I was not gonna
inbreds.
say that. What I'm saying, Ski,
those are
why
the
are
B
we acting
dubs.
like why are we
I mean,
acting like
you're just gonna
anywhere we
move the
go?
goalposts.
I'm not gonna move the
Mm,
goalpost, Ski. Why are we acting like when the city has to change rules for everybody, it's because of the black teams. That's just what it is now. Dude, like there's no team
mm,
takeover happening. That's causing the public to have to shut down everything. There's no freaking Waffle House beat ups that white people are doing. Yes, once a month you might have a white person fault each other, but they're not beating up the staff.
Bar
It's
fights.
us. Jeff, dude,
mm.
Jeff had to do security at Waffle House because of us. Whites
And
fight at
Mavs,
bars. That's fun. That's fun.
armed
They're not shutting the
security for
bar down,
waffles.
though. Yeah, they're not. But here's the thing, they're not shutting. See, I was in that industry. They're not shutting the bar down
Mm,
for white people fighting because when they fight, they take it outside. They square up 1-on-1 and they walk away after.
They
They walk away
don't.
after. Black
They
folks,
let
when
don't.
me
we
respond
fight,
to this.
we destroy
Mm,
the whole community, the whole the bar
stop.
scene. We destroy. Shoot out in the parking lot. You can't just have a fair one. No, you're gonna whoop ass after. Go ahead now.
I just want to respond to Jeff here. He says, no father in the house, no authority figure. I agree with you, Jeff. And this is what I tell young people. You're going to listen to someone in your life, whether it's your parents, your teachers, a police officer, a CO, hopefully not, but you're going to choose someone. So I advise them just listen to your parents because you're going to have to listen to someone, you know?
But most of the parents are. You got to understand. I grew up with
Mm,
the black mom. My stepdad died when I was 15. I was doing shady stuff, and my mom didn't care as long as she benefited from it. When I started selling weed, she was
mm,
happy. She is from free weed now. She supported me selling weed. She didn't say, "DJ, you're smart. Why are you selling weed?" When I sold fake Jordans,
mm.
oh shoot, you making some money now? Like she never. When I drove with no license, I should have been scared. I didn't. She didn't. They bailed me out of jail driving no insurance. But you gotta understand when the people that are raising you are involved in the same behavior, then how do you help it? Like right now, ingrained in my mind, I be thinking sometimes, why do I need insurance? But I always got insurance now
Mm.
because that's just the responsible thing to do. But like you understand, back when I was at freaking my 20s, I was driving dirty because I had nobody to instill like you're hurting the community by behaving the way you're behaving.
Yeah, but the whole thing is this one, and this is where I get into the argument of like people act like they don't know any better. They just don't want to do better. Whereas like you know that you should always have insurance because if you get pulled over 8 times and you say you don't know, that means like shoot. But like you knew the right things to do, you just didn't want to do them. Yeah, you had enablers, but it's just like at the end of the day, like that there's some things that you know that you should be doing and shouldn't be doing. Like for example, like you know that you shouldn't be out there selling fake Jordans. You know that. You still did it anyways. But instead of taking accountability to be like, hey, I'm doing wrong things, you're saying, how come no one stopped me to do the wrong things? And it's like you do have a
See,
point
no,
where they do
I'm not
encourage
saying
you,
that though, Ski.
but
No,
we
I'm
have
not
to
saying
change
that though.
one
Think about
person
it.
at a time, and we have to
Okay?
change ourselves to change the community.
I mean, remember, Ski, I'm not saying that it's my fault. What I'm saying is hung around you and you eat right. You're cooking every time you're on stream, you work out. That's what I want to do. If I had you as a brother and I lived, we were my brother, I would probably be working out because I want to work out. It's just I don't have that pump, that push. Everybody that I'm around don't work out or lazy when it comes to fitness and health. So that's the point. It's the company keeps. So when you have white people, when you go to any gym here, I can walk in any gym, you're gonna have 95% of the people are gonna be white people. And then you have like, maybe one black guy, one black woman on the side, Hispanic woman. That's just what you have. Like when you have a community that all behave in the same stuff that ain't good, like not working out and being at fast food places, aka what I do, we just do this because we don't have influences around us that shows us something different. Now, when I was in California, I ate a lot of good food. I didn't eat as much fast food because Cali girl, I got to go around her family and people that cooked all the time. So I got comfortable eating home cooked meals. And I started cooking. I started behaving a lot better. I stopped drinking pop all like that. So I'm just saying, it's like it's levels to it, man. It's like for this to stop, we have to. YouTube is a platform that if I can get more blacks to like watch this channel and we talk about stuff like this, that behavior will be pushed because like it makes me like, dude, if I act like freaking nigga on here, like my channel will pop. I bet you if I go a whole week just acting like a straight nigga, I'm talking about do rag ass ninja, my channel will pop.
Mm-mm.
I will have like 100 people in the box. I will be ignorant as hell, eating fried chicken, chimping out,
I
talking
told you what
about
to
like
do.
social
You didn't want
issues.
to do it.
I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do it because it's
What's
ignorant. But
I,
y'all
t-
want me to be a
I told him to
character for
make
a
his
week?
forehead. I told him to make his forehead twerk and talk about fried chicken and socks.
you know the irony though? It would be white people in here, wouldn't it? If you did that.
No, it would be a lot of white liberals in here talking about how great I am. Think about that.
Mm.
If I act like a nigga, if I act like a straight ignorant ass piece of shit, I would have all these blacks on it, even on this in this chat, will be loving me. They'll be loving me. They'll go, no more hating on me. They wouldn't hate on me no more. Like they would
Then
be
you know
happy.
what?
I'm
Light a
dusty.
black and
Mm.
mild.
Yeah, like here's the thing, Ski. If I
No.
literally just
No,
if
but
I
it's
stop
it's
right
sad, but it's
now,
true. If Dennis was smoking
yeah,
on live, everyone would be like, "Oh, that's my man. Get another puff and
No,
take
I
one
don't
for
think
me."
so. I think you're having it like the other way around. Black people don't promote this kind of like degeneracy. They would be against that, wouldn't they?
I mean,
no,
you're
Nav,
kind of
look at my
right.
chat.
You,
If I literally
Mm.
just act like a bum, like if I literally sit in this car right now, if I get in this car, like, yeah, man, like I'm about to be done, man. I can't wait to go freak this black. I'm about to go hit this blunt.
Mm.
I'm about to go chill. We
stand
almost
on
off.
business.
Like think like no offense to Trader. Trader ain't a nigga. But he's from the street. He acts like a nigga low key. Like $100 a day keep the
Damn.
doctor away. He works about 6 hours making a quick $100. Like he's about to go smoke his weed, watch
And
his
he got the
anime,
hood
and
truck, the
chill.
hood
He
SUV.
got all the fans in the world because he does nigga shit. Like he be cussing out customers like on the stream. Like I ain't taking this order. You ain't tipping. Like if I act like a nigga, I'm gonna have fan base. But I'm literally imagine me
Mm.
only having to make $100 a day. And by the way, shout out to Trader. I'm not disrespecting Trader if you're watching. I'm just saying. If I can make 100, dude, I make 200 minimum a day for me to even think about like anything. Like I gotta make $200. He gets away with making $100 a day, and he has fans that are like cooking in his chat, loving him, super
Hey
chats.
Dennis, I
Mm.
got a
Yeah,
question. So when you and Dash was going at it, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we was on your side. Do you feel like Dasher had like the kind of like the audience advantage? Like everyone's like, yeah, 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 go beat up Dennis.
I wouldn't say he had the audience advantage. What it was he's considered like real nigga. I'm considered Uncle Tom. So he had the support of all my most of my chat is black folks. So majority of my chat is black folks. Like 90%, 95% of black folks. So here's the situation. If I act like a nigga, like if I just start tomorrow coming on like Charleston White and just sell my soul, you know what happens? I started doing a little bit of that, by the way. Why do you think I dress like this? I started dressing in it. I don't want to sell my soul, but if I sold my soul and just start being comedian and just do nigga comedy, guess what? This channel's gonna pop. All the dudes in the chat are gonna be showing love like he's a real nigga. He's making the bag today. How much of a bag you
Mm,
making today? Like it sucks and it's sad that you guys would literally praise me for making $100 a day. Like I'm making $200
mm.
minimum every single day. With this job, I'm making on average like 160, 170 a day. And you know I'm making at least 50 a day off of sports betting, but I don't get no freaking respect. But if I go and act like a
Mm.
dusty ass, like not saying Trader makes more money because of YouTube. That's why he doesn't have to make only $100. He makes money on YouTube. But here's the point: if I act like a nigga and I'm happy with my $3,000 a week, I mean $3,000 a month, everybody's gonna be showing me love because these niggas don't want you to be better than them. And I'm not saying I'm better than you, but I'm financially more than you. Because guess
So
what?
do you,
Mm.
do
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
think do you think Trader like sells Reggie on the side?
No, he doesn't do that. He just what I'm saying is he literally
He got a
just
white
acts
girl
like
at home.
he acts
I
like a
think he's
real
acting. I
no,
don't know.
no, he acts like a real nigga.
Mm.
That's the point. Like I just don't want to act like that. I don't want to act like ignorant. I mean, I'm not saying he acts ignorant. I'm just saying he's
So
like he
then
pretty
what are
much
you
just
actually saying? Because I'm kind of lost. Because one minute you saying that he's acting like a ninja, then you say he's not a ninja, and it's
No,
like I'm
he's
just kind of
acting. Right,
no, he
Dennis
ain't
said.
acting. He is. Remember, he said he's
Oh,
from like he
he
grew up in
is now he's acting.
no, no, Ski,
He's from
listen,
the
hold on, because
Midwest.
you about to, I don't want to be beefing with him, and you about to make me please, he's one.
No, no,
I'm
no.
gonna,
I
I'm telling you.
apologize. This is
No,
fuck
I'm
no,
just
you
that
good. You
smart
blunt
just don't want
today.
it to
motherfucker.
come off like I'm disrespecting. Just let me make it clear. He said that he's from the freaking. He grew up in like, remember he said he was like in foster care and all that. So he grew up in a rough situation. He came out of that, and here's the situation. He got it
He's a
out the mud. He's
product.
doing good for himself. No, he's doing good for himself. He got it out the mud. What I'm saying is, he literally he acts like a nigga. And what I mean is he literally the way he talks, the way he acts, the way, even when he was about to fight me, here's going on. When he's about to fight me, like he's on that nigga shit. Like even like today, he's gonna like I mean not today, but even how you doing? I take a picture of the number here. Got there every day. But even when he was gonna fight me, nigga came out of him. What I'm saying is people want the real nigga. Like they want black people to chuck and jive. Unless I go full Brandon Tatum and I just be Uncle Tom. I'm not gonna be that. But here's the thing, maybe I might. I'm thinking in my head, it might be funny. I just act like a nigga and like just make comedy videos. I wear a do rag and I go get
I'm not
fried
gonna
chicken every
lie.
day.
I think you should because it's just I'm not gonna lie. I feel like a lot of people like me, we look at this channel as satire. So it's like I feel like this, right? You're no different than a Kevin Hart. You're no different than an actor. And it's like what people need to realize is that people got to separate the person from the content
Mm.
Maybe I might have to, man. Maybe I might have to. I might have to go get me a Coke 45.
because you
Give
are
me
a
some
funny
Mm-mm.
some
person
henny.
and these people don't allow
Mm-mm.
you to be funny at all. So it's like,
Yeah, like maybe I gotta tell these women. Maybe I gotta call women hoes.
for
Eh,
example, like I might take it back. I might get in trouble here, but it's like when you told CG to pipe down and shut her pie hole. I'm like that was totally acting. You didn't really mean because if you know Dennis, Dennis is not that. I'm like that was literally for like the act, and it's like I'm pretty sure if you said to her you was acting, she'd be like, yeah, you know what, you doing that
no,
YouTube shit
no. She
again.
actually told she knew it was a joke, but she cussed me out
Thank
still.
you. No, but that's what I'm trying to
That's
say
the
though.
problem. I can't even be funny without because they say you're not a comedian. That's the one thing that I hate. Like I want to be funny, and it was funny. People laughed when I said shut your pie hole because that's just don't you don't expect that from me. But like I wasn't serious. I would never tell nobody in life, man, woman, or whoever. I've never told anybody to shut their pie hole. But I think
And
that's just
and
the
then
most
also,
disrespectful thing you can do.
and I know you're not gonna like this one, but when she said that you were shaking like Courage the Cowardly Dog, I'm like that's for content. She said it for content.
No,
You
nope.
know, she's
You
not
know,
gonna
no,
be
you know,
real, but she said it for
no,
content.
no, she did that to embarrass me.
No, exactly. But she said it for content. Like that's
No,
what I'm
it
trying to
wasn't
say. Like,
content, dude. It was not content.
but no, but she said it because she knew that we would hear it. So either way, she
No,
did
she
it for the
did that to
YouTube.
hurt my image, to
Yeah,
make me
but
look like a
like,
pussy.
no, but the thing is this though, like she did it to be like, I want to have a ha ha moment, and it worked. So what I'm trying to say
No,
is,
no, no, she did literally have the ritual. She knows that. That's the thing. You gotta understand. See, if when your woman when your woman would actively come on a social media platform that over 100 people are watching at the time concurrently and say that you're shaking like a dog, meaning she didn't feel safe with you, there's no coming back from that. We
no,
should at that point.
but that's what I.
We should she should have stopped talking to me at that point. You can't come back from I was shaking like a dog. These guys are singing songs. She knew what really happened, but instead she said that if any woman heard that, they would literally tell her that why are
Let's
you
not
with
talk about that.
this
Let's not talk
Oh,
about
chump?
that.
okay, we're not going to talk about it. But the only thing I'm trying to say is, you got to realize when you do content, it's strictly for content. And like, this is why I'm trying to say, like, let's say Dennis, you was in a movie, and you had to kiss a man. Would you kiss the man, even though that you're gonna make $1 million?
Hold on, wait,
And
ask that question
No, he
again.
wouldn't.
no, but
Wait,
No.
that's
ask
what
that
I'm trying
question
to
again.
say though. Like, it's just
No,
an
hold on, wait,
analogy.
ask that question again.
Okay, let's say if you was in a movie and the movie and you knew that your back end revenue was going to be $1 million, and
Yeah.
they said that you would have to kiss like Nab, but like you have to do a
What?
makeout scene with Nab, like, and we're not
Bruh.
gonna say like okay, not Nab, but like a man. Like, would you
Thank
do
you.
it knowing that
Now,
you was
would
gonna
you
get a
do it
million dollars?
for $1 million? Now,
Dennis?
would you do
Yes.
it for $1 million? Kiss a man? Not me, but
None. No way, man. Even if they said 100 mil cash right now, I'd be like, go yourself.
man,
No.
you're freaking retarded, man. Y'all retarded. That's
No,
the problem.
but
That's
what
the
I'm trying to
problem. People
say,
don't keep
Dennis,
it. People don't
is
keep it real. Ski, you know good and damn well. 99% of men in this world would do that. If you're getting $100 million to freaking do an acting scene with a man kissing him, 99% of men would do that. And yes, I know you got to say on social media, I wouldn't do that. I'm not gay. That makes you not gay. If you can do a scene like that and be comfortable enough for people to know you're not gay, I'm going to laugh my ass to the bank. Like, I know I'm not gay. I don't care if I had to freaking do something like that. I'm not gay. I'm telling y'all right now, if I did something like that, y'all know I'm not gay. If I'm getting $100 million bag that's taking my mom, you know, my mom is pretty much like homeless for the most part. Just
I mean, your mom
family.
would support you in anything. She supported
What
you not
about
having
you,
No, not like
Ski?
insurance.
that. I got no.
Ski,
I
what
got
about
family.
you?
I got homeless family. I'm not to deny $100 million. I got homeless family
Okay,
out here.
would you
No,
do
but
it, Ski?
I wouldn't do it because I have morals and like I can't lose something that I
Hmm.
never had. But
Hmm.
the whole thing is, Dennis, like, how would you feel that your family is like selling you to another man,
No,
or
see,
like,
see. Now you're making it
Wow.
nasty. No, you're making it nasty. Here's the
no,
situation.
no, no,
That's
no,
too
but like,
No,
here's
far.
the
no. If you talk, you said a movie scene. If there's a movie scene, they're casting, and I
okay,
was the
but
fit
like,
for the actor, and they wanted to cast me in a role, and I had to do that. Then cause I would have to take that in consideration if it's acting. Now, if there's a perverted guy, because I told
okay,
you that
I'm gonna say
story how I had
acting,
that perverted guy
acting.
that literally tried to get me to do some nasty stuff when I was like 19, and the woman was trying to set me up to
Mm-mm.
do that, and I said, "Fuck no, I'm not doing that." Like I'm not
Okay,
doing, but if it's an
Mm-mm.
acting scene, like Will
okay,
Smith, like
acting scene.
acting, and he had to make out with a guy like on a hitch to where he had to kiss the guy, like it was a scene. Then it ain't nothing about morals, it's acting. But I'm not gonna just make out with a guy just because like he wants to pay me to humiliate me. Like Elon Musk said, "Hey, I'll give you $1 billion to make out with me." Because of my religion and what I was raised with, I wouldn't do it because that's like you're selling yourself against God. Men aren't supposed to be with men,
Mm-mm.
so you're selling yourself against God. I wouldn't do it, but an
Yeah,
acting scene where you're literally acting,
yeah,
that's
but
different.
like, but my thing is, if you ask your family, right, do you think your family would be supportive, or do you think your family would be like, no, you don't need to do that, man. Like, you don't need to do that movie. Like,
If it was a movie, and if it was a movie, they
like,
wouldn't
do you
care.
think they'd
But
be
here's the thing,
supportive
they
of it?
wouldn't care anyway, dude. It's acting. Like if I wanted to be an actor.
Mm.
And that was a role that I was given to get into Hollywood, but it wasn't like a humiliation, like ritual role. It was like just a role that they were casting for. Okay, I mean,
So
hey, like,
now I'm now can I get spicy with the question?
good.
Oh God.
Okay, so here's the spiciness. Now, what happened if you said, son, something came across my desk today and I want to run it by you. I'm gonna get $100,000 and five e-bikes. You say to him, your son says, "What is it, Dad? What is it, Papa? What is it, Papa?" And you're like this. Well, you know Kevin Gates, right? He's like, yeah, 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 yeah. I know Kevin Gates. You know how Kevin Gates be on that fruity stuff, right? And
No,
I'm
he
doing that.
doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, dude.
Yeah,
He
yeah, he
sold his
does.
Oh.
And
Mm.
what happened if you use like, okay, son, like how Kevin Gates be on that fruity stuff. Kevin Gates wants me to go down on Digger for $100,000 and five
Come on, man.
e-bikes.
Come on, man.
You said Digger, you talking about
Nah.
dog?
Yeah, your dog.
Come on,
I
man.
don't care.
You,
I don't care. I mean, if he wants to do something, I mean, no, I
no,
ain't.
but like, do
No,
you think your
dude,
son will be like, yes, Dad, go do it, or do you
dude,
think your
no,
dad?
like, no. I wouldn't let nobody do nothing to no animal. What are you talking about, dude? Hold
Okay,
on,
okay, 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 okay,
hold
not
on, ski.
animal,
No,
but
no, wait, ski. No, 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 wait. This is hold on, wait. This is getting. Let me. I gotta bring doubters back because you're now making me look. You gotta have me looking crazy. First
okay, I
off, let me
take it.
hold on. Just give me a second, ski. First off, guys, you guys never seen money before because for you to understand that if you are hired to do a scene, like for example, Dennis Rodman used to make out with men. Okay, he wasn't bi, I don't think,
Mm.
but he had his moments that
Dennis
he
Rodman
did.
is fine.
Just hear me out. Just hear
He
me out,
wore a
Skis,
wedding dress.
please.
Sorry.
Dennis Rodman used to do things with men and women. If they were casting for Dennis Rodman, they think I look like him. Like people say I look like him, which I don't really think so. And they wanted me to be the actor at this set years when he was like, whatever. Then they said there's gonna be kissing scenes with men. If I was an actor, but I'm not an actor, so I wouldn't do it. But if I was an actor and they're gonna pay me an acting role, like pay for acting, which would probably be like say $1 million, $2 million, then that would be something as an actor I would consider. But I'm not an actor, so I'm not gonna do nothing like that. Because if I did something like that, that's me just selling myself out for a man that just wants to make out with me. But the problem is you guys aren't being rational and realistic. Okay, acting isn't looked at as like if you kiss another man, you're homo, you're gay. You do realize acting is acting, and sometimes you have to. That's a role you have to do. Okay, like most all Hollywood actors have done a role like that. It don't make you less than a man. It just makes you have more whatever the word is for like more like open space to do
Sex appeal?
roles that most men won't take. But with that said, okay, I'm comfortable in my masculinity and I know that I'm not gay. So I don't give a fuck what any of y'all got to think. Because guess what? Y'all can go and some of y'all said take my y'all subscriber.
Some
I don't
people would do
care
it for free.
because I'm not gay. And guess no, I'm not doing it for free. But here's the thing: I'm not gay. So if I
I said
was in a
some
scene like
people.
that, y'all can call me gay all you want because I don't give a fuck. Because if I was an actor, I don't care because I'm not gay. Jeff,
You know what? You know what
like
you
you
tell him, Dennis?
guys, like Jeff is here in town. Here's the thing, Jeff.
Mm.
You guys are like Southern, Western. Y'all haven't really. I don't know, Jeff. You've been on the West Coast, but when you see the whole country, you realize not everybody thinks like I used to think when I lived in Ohio, where I used to. If any chick came in my vicinity, I'm smashing. It ain't no friends with a girl. Now I can be friends with a girl. Like it ain't that serious. It ain't that deep for that woman to like. I can be friends with her. So here's the point, though. Back in the day, I didn't think that way. Back in the day, women were to be smashed. Now, in 2026, it's different to where I actually have control. You evolve your mind. A lot of you guys are like primitive in a way that you guys think immediately if a guy did a role like that, he's no, the guy's just an actor.
Can I
He's
say
acting a
something?
scene. Go for it.
Y- Do y'all watch Black Mirror?
I don't know what that is. What is it? Can you explain it to us?
It's a show on Netflix. It's not far off from Twilight Zone. It's quite dystopian, but it's also realistic. But I just want to say they had this one episode. Basically, it was a website where people went on there. You do anything for money, right? You turn on the live stream. This one guy was like, "Hey, take a hammer and hit your finger for $100," and they sent $100, and he did it. So it's do you notice how there's no website like that? But that'll probably come true one day. I bet you.
I don't know about that, but I don't know about that, but I do know that You have y'all watch The Boys?
I don't know that one.
Well, there's a
I mean,
super
I heard
masculine.
of it.
Well, there's a super masculine guy on there, like he's a Hispanic dude. He's on that show, and he was with this woman, Kamiko, who is like she's low key like for what she is. She's Asian. She's like nice, attractive woman. They had her. He was doing. He was like her love interest, whatever. They were together, but then out of nowhere, they decided to make him gay. So they pretty much made him like out of nowhere. He fell in love with the guy who his brother he killed years prior, and that was like unnecessary, was not needed. But if that guy would have quit the role because they tried to make him gay, or they made him gay to where he made out with a guy, they actually had to hug a guy and act like they're about to have sex, but then they, shut the scene off, thank God, before that. But if they would have stopped, he would have cost himself millions of dollars and that show would have came to a halt because he was that important of a character. But he had to do it. And people with low, like with no confidence, with low, what do you call it? Not IQ, but low
Self-esteem,
emotional control or
intelligence,
mental intelligence, whatever. Y'all are gonna immediately say, "Oh, you gay, dude. You're a freaking homo." When the dude was literally
impulsive.
making out with this, he was making out with this hot Asian chick the whole show. But now we're in season 4, and they made him gay. Y'all gonna make him cost himself the bag because you guys are gonna be trying to bully that guy. He's gonna say, "Fuck your couch. I'm going to my penthouse. Everybody knows I'm not who care about me." So I don't give a fuck what any of y'all gotta say because guess what? Like I live for me. Just like I don't care about y'all calling me bro. None of y'all doing nothing. I'm gonna do what I do, and that's what's best for my family. So the reason why, and shout out to you, the reason why I said that is just to say, let's move on. Because these people
Hmm.
around the chat are making us out to be gay, and it ain't no homo this way. It's just we got a lot of emotionally immature guys that block blessings because they think primitive. Like it's 2026,
Well,
dude. If you're
Dennis, to
not
be
gay, you're not
fair,
gay. You don't have to
well, to
prove you're
be
not gay.
Mhm.
Just you're not gay. Be strong and confident as a man.
Well, Dennis, you have to be fair because the same way they're trying to shut you down, you're doing it to them. Whereas, like, why can't you just let bygones be bygones and be like, hey, you guys can think that, I think what I think, but you're trying to say like they're wrong for thinking the way they think. You should just say like, hey, like y'all are free to think what y'all want to think, but I know what I am.
Dude, why are people talking? And see, this is the problem, see, with that, because you opened up a can of worms there. Look, dude, you got them now talking about, I ain't letting nobody play my booty. That's what I mean by emotion or intelligently stupid
You
people.
just ignore them.
For you to take being in a kiss scene with a man because that's the role to now your booty being played with. So what? I'm gonna somehow the guy's gonna turn me on doing a kiss scene to a point that I'm
Dennis,
going to now
Mm-mm.
let the guy play with my booty because I have no sense of control of myself. He's gonna put a spell on me.
Mm-mm.
That's the
Dennis, just
problem with y'all niggas. Y'all niggas are dumb.
Dennis, you just
You
gotta be
niggas are dumb.
confident. You gotta be
No, it
confident.
ain't
Just
about confidence.
ignore
You
them.
niggas are dumb. No, it ain't about being ignored.
So
I'm just
so
calling
we're
out dumb.
dumb. No, my whole thing is this. So you just gotta like when you see comments like that, you just gotta be like, hey, that's my what that's might be what turned you on, but what turns Dennis on is something different, man. Dennis is doing it strictly for the money. So he's the money is
No, I'm in for the acting role, the entertainment aspect.
we
Like,
gotta switch the topic.
I mean, this is the issue. Are we switching the topic?
Well,
no, it's just
Dennis.
I'm gonna finish by saying that hitch scene with Will Smith accidentally, 'cause that was a scene that was needed because that made it funny because the guy's a goof, and that scene was funny. If
Wait,
it's
Will
just not
Smith
Will Smith.
kissed a
It don't
man?
matter. No, yeah, like in the movie, he was a gay man. I think in one movie, but it was
Mm-mm.
needed
See,
because
that's
the
why.
movie.
That's why Jada had problems with him.
Oh, she had problems with him because she wanted a real nigga and he's a freaking nice guy and he
Kissing
ultimately
other
could have any
men.
Mm-mm.
chick he wanted. He tried to tame her and he can't tame her. Like she wanted Tupac and she wanted
Mm-mm.
like wanna be, she wanted like posers pretty much. Will Smith was a nice guy. He just couldn't be that guy. He was always considered a cornball. But she was trying to
Mm.
like string him along because he was still the most successful man in Hollywood at one point, and she cooked his career because now he's known as a simp. He's known for what he did to Chris Rock. He's just cooked overall.
Mm.
But I would never do a gay. I'm sorry, you can't pay me. You can't pay me enough to do a gay sex scene. I won't. I can't do that. I would
Well, the
throw
whole
up.
thing is
Like
you
I would
haven't seen
literally. I would
enough
throw
money
up on the
though.
guy. Huh?
Yeah, but like you don't know what money is.
No, I've had money and I nothing you can pay me. And plus, let's be realistic. For to do a gay sex scene, you're not getting no more than $1 million. If you're a big actor, 1 million, 2 million. You're not. If you're a nobody like me, you might get $500,000. Like if I was on a Euphoria or whatever, I might have to do something like that. And guess what? I'm probably gonna quit. Hot, left there with a hot chick. That's not dude.
Yeah, but Dennis, you gotta realize, and this is your problem. You put people down that take those scenes, but what happened if they're from Youngstown, they're from the hood, and they're like, you know what? I'm trying to move out the hood by any means. And somebody comes up to them and say, "Hey, you, we need a YN in this scene. I choose you." And this man
Hey,
sits down
you.
and yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
the man sits down and he says, "You know what? I watched Dennis's podcast, and Dennis says, you know, don't be a YN, don't do this and that. YNs don't do gay scenes. So now he's
No,
like this. I don't want to be a YN, so I'm gonna do this gay scene.
no, here's the thing, Ski. Like if anybody does those scenes, I'm never gonna tear them down. It's okay. I'm just saying I can't do it because I'm not attracted to men. I can imagine like even being able to work myself up to doing that. I just couldn't do it. But with that said, um, with that said, by the way, guys, y'all can remove some of those nasty comments. Come on, bro.
Yep.
This is why I don't rock with some of these people because this is channel. Actually, it don't matter. Leave them up. This channel, like
Oh.
the level of like mental
They're only making
IQ,
themselves look bad.
not just crazy because this is no what makes my channel look bad because
No,
this
no,
is what
they're
people
making
see.
themselves look bad.
Somebody said, "Would you do Miss Doubtfire?" Absolutely. If they made it funny for me, like if it was
Yeah,
me,
but you
if I was gonna
see,
be funny, yes, I would
yeah.
do it because guess
Back
what? You have to
then,
make out with no guy. Good.
yeah, I don't know why. It wasn't so bad back then, that type of humor. It didn't seem so bad.
It was
No, because they
always
made
that
it
bad. There was
funny.
no such thing as the internet.
No, they made it
Mm.
funny. Just like Big Mama House. I don't think it was funny at all, but I think it was an interesting movie the way it was set up. But I don't think it was funny. I didn't laugh at nothing.
Mm.
Big Mama House did. Like I didn't even watch the second one. Like it was just a corny movie, but it was just to watch. Like watch because it was just something to watch. Everyone laughed at it. Like think that the
So
Things
now,
breaking up.
would
Yes.
you do a scene like that? Because I think Dennis was missing the point that I was saying. I was just saying like, you know, like how would you feel if your mom came to you and she said, "Nab, you know, we're trying to make it out the Middle East. We're trying to make it out of Africa, and the only way to do this is you're gonna have to show a little bit of crack for us to get back."
No. Number one, she would never ask me that, but no.
Thank you,
And
right? Because she
also,
knows better,
yeah,
right? Say it, because she know
yes.
better, and she know
Uh,
not to play with you like that. And if she did come
I'm
up to
not
you
taking it
and
that far.
no, but
God.
the thing is this: if she did come up to you and say that to you, what would be your reaction? If she said, "Yeah, yeah, man, like you need to show a little bit of crack for us to make it out," wouldn't you be like, "Why aren't you doing it? Why are you telling me to do it? Why can't you do it?" And she like, "No,
Look.
you got the talent.
All
You
right. All
inherited that
right.
from me and
Now,
your dad."
I so this is what I told Dennis before. Women can play like that. Women can be gay on Monday, straight on Tuesday. When a man does something gay, he's gay for life. Isn't that how it goes?
So you worry about other people's opinions. So you have a whole family, you are struggling, and you're gonna worry about someone else's opinion?
It's just too much. I can't do it. It's just like Jason Biggs. He's a guy that had sex with a pie for the rest of his
No, no,
life.
no,
He
no, no,
can't
no, no,
beat
no.
that.
This is not about Jason Diggs. This is about you.
Oh
What are you willing to do to make it out of poverty?
no, I'm not willing to do that. I'd rather take a prison chance or something. I guess I don't know. Flip a bird or whatever they call it these days.
Well, flipping a bird these days mean pulling up them draws. So that's what you're willing
Oh,
to do.
what? Stop. No, I'm talking about drugs. I'll sell drugs
We we
before gay
we,
stuff.
we are in Gen X times. Flipping a bird means something
Mm.
different than what it did back in the day.
Look, anyways, my mom wouldn't do that. We Muslim, and Christians don't play with that either. right?
No,
So
no,
you
no.
know.
They do play with that. They do play with that.
Mm,
Here it is. But yeah, man. But I think Dennis was getting the point. The point I'm trying to say, I'm missing the point, which is how would you feel? Like me, like I don't know how to say it, but like someone's encouraging you to do something, like I'd be like, dude, like, it's just like it's no different than when you go to the hood. A lot of those parents like are betting on the kids to take them out of poverty versus themselves. So sometimes you may see them go to the extremes, whether if it's like
mm.
extreme sports or they put their kids around gang members and then they can make it out through the legal method, or it could be something
Good
like,
God.
no, exactly.
There
No,
are
it's no.
parents. There are parents that push their kids to do illegal stuff.
Of course, of course. This
Oh
is this is
wow.
no different. It's in every community. The white people,
Mm,
they have the beauty pageant shows and they go, sacrifice their kids to Epstein and stuff like that. It happens in every
mm.
community in different ways. This is no different than maybe putting your kid on Nickelodeon. So,
I think a
Damn.
better question would be, Nab, would you
Hmm?
perform with two women a sex scene that's on video?
I mean, my wife is gonna argue with me every day forever. I don't know if she'll ever stop arguing
You're getting
about it.
paid you're getting paid $1 million part of this movie. You're getting paid $1 million.
Uh, Come on, man. I can't. I don't talk about stuff
Johnny
like
Jones
that.
in the
Like, no
building.
comment. No comment.
so Dennis, if I could ask you a question, because I feel like you have a special insight, and I'm being dead serious about this. You have a special insight. So with you growing up in Youngstown, like as I was explaining to Nab, a lot of parents may put their children into like compromising positions. Like I talked about how some parents may push the gang life on them, and you talked about earlier how your mother was like, "Yeah, go sell them drugs, go sell that
Mm,
fake shoes." I want to know from
No,
your
I was already
experience.
doing it.
No, but like she didn't stop you, but so that's what I'm trying to say though, which is like they know what the kids are doing and they like, okay, well, my kid's gonna buy me a fur coat. I want to know if you experienced any other type of compromising position, like such as maybe making the daughter into a hood queen so then she can have all the benefits.
mm.
Oh, he left because
Let's.
but like let's say for
Mm.
example, Nav, like if you go to the hood, you may see a mother that may allow her daughter to be a hoe or hood queen or get with drug dealers or things like
This is
that.
really shocking to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is
And
shocking.
why? Because you know it goes on, but you just never really took it into account.
I didn't know it went on because I just always I could understand a dad or something putting his kid in sports. You gonna help us make it out of here. You gonna make it big. You gonna save our family. But I've never heard a parent be like, "Go sell those drugs, kid." Like I've never seen or heard that before.
Well, the whole thing is because you're thinking a little bit too literal. You think it's like go sell them drugs, but it's like you know what your kid is doing from 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. in the morning, and you know that they're not at no school. You know that they skipped school, and you keep on seeing new stuff coming around them. So what I'm trying to say is, you think it's an act of like, yeah, go do it, but it's more so like I'm gonna act like I don't know what's going on. So what I'm trying to say is, these are the little compromising positions that we see in everyday life that we don't take account of, that
Hmm.
people don't take accountability for.
You know, it's messed up because even hold up, who was it? I think it was Jay Z. Yeah, it was Jay Z. They interviewed him. They said, "Why'd you sell drugs when you were young?" He was like, "It was literally my only option, literally." Like, and he was like, "You're not gonna get it if you don't get it," but I had no choice. So those situations, I understand. Sure.
Well, and the reason why I say um it's just like what you said, Jay-Z said it's no option when really that was really a lie. And here's the
Hmm.
lie right here. It's because the parents don't want to do what they need to do to make it out. Because here it is, you have big lip Jay-Z as a kid, right? And
Yes.
what are the parents doing? And the parents
Good
don't take
question.
accountability and they reap the benefits of the children, like such as I want the kid to buy me a car, I want the kid to buy me a house. Here it is, like you put your kid into rapping and in the entertainment industry, you know what goes on, and you just turn a blind eye. And maybe that's better. They turn a blind eye in the hood
Can
and
you hear
they
me now?
actually promote it.
You're good,
Yes,
Dennis.
Dennis. You missed the whole monologue, but hopefully you can catch up.
You guys still there?
Most
We're
definitely.
here.
I can hear you. I don't know if you can hear us.
Can you hear us, then? Mm,
Okay, well, does that give you the image a little bit better that they turn a blind eye?
1,000%.
Can you
And I'll
guys hear
tell
me
you the
now?
truth. Yeah, can you hear us, then?
Yep, my bad. My
Mm.
connection terrible. Go ahead.
You're good, man. I was gonna just say, can you imagine the stress of, let's say there's a boy, he's under the age of 15, right? And his mom says, I need you to help me paying bills around here. Well, he's under 15, he can't work
Thank you.
legally, right? What kind of
Thank you.
stress is that? So yeah, he's
Well,
got to do what he's got to do.
but the whole thing is, and that's what I'm trying to say though, which is she's saying it without saying it. But yet when
Mm,
everything comes crashing down, she don't take accountability, or she don't
that
take
part.
accountability, and then they say, I don't know what's going on. Well, you said like I have bills to pay. It's just like you heard Dennis, you don't need to think about making extra money. You got it.
Hmm.
All you got to do is breathe, get them good grades, this, that, the third. But just like what you said, the
Mm,
bills, the bills, the bills. Your dad ain't shit. Your dad can't step up,
mm.
and then you're just like, well, what am I supposed to do?
It's really
So
horrible when you think about
so
it.
let me let
Yes.
me let me throw one out there. It was this girl on my Facebook. She wrote a whole soliloquy about how the guy owes her, I guess, $100,000 in back child support. How he's flying around. He has a Tesla and Teslas and just driving, just doing his thing, not contributing. And she's talking about how he's narcissistic, this, and that. So I had to say to myself, okay, if he owes back child support, why aren't they able to collect it? That means he's a drug dealer. He doesn't have a job. Secondly, you want him to be in jail, lose his license and all that. I get you're bitter and angry, but how is it going to help anybody? Because why you want another black man in jail? Third, why like this? Did you think about this before these two babies were made? What guy now you left
Mm.
this
And it's breaking up.
let me see. What now?
So breaking up a little. Ski?
So I think what Dennis is saying, how are they, why they, I mean, why haven't they been able to collect it? I guess what Dennis is saying, like, you are wishing the worst on someone that can give you better than zero. And I
Mm.
see where Dennis is coming from, where you get, unfortunately, it's a hood thing where it's like, I want you to lose your job, but meanwhile, this person is the one that's supporting the household. And then when he loses the job, now you're out there at the food stamp office crying, talking about
Yeah, but
he ain't ish. Mhm.
that's not easy though. People think child support is easy. Sometimes they can't find the guy. Sometimes the guy doesn't have a 9 to 5. They can't collect if he's not bringing in legal money, right?
Well, it goes back
You got
to
what I'm
like,
first.
mhm,
No, I'm
Dennis
saying you
has a
got with him in
better
the first
experience
place.
than
The
me.
whole point of what I was trying to say is
Oh,
you got
true.
okay. So if you get with the guy, see, this is the thing that women are getting with the drug dealers. Like they get with the Pookie, and then they name the kid a ghetto name that we know, just going to be in fights and just nastiness. But here's the problem you face when 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 you have like my mom, for example. Most mothers are neglectful in regards to they don't have control of the kids because they don't have the patience and time. They're busy working. Like there was a woman today that came into the job with her baby in a car seat. And I actually respected her enough to like I helped her carry her stuff out to her car. I hope she didn't think I was hitting on her or whatever, but I helped her carry her stuff to the car because I felt for her because she's literally trying to bring that
Mm.
baby. But at the same time, I'm thinking to myself, like, this is the problem right here. Why are you coming to do a
Thank you.
delivery job that you're about to be out in the freaking out the car multiple times. You're not bringing that baby stroller up apartment steps. But you got to do what you got to do. But at the same time, we need better in our community. That's not acceptable. That dad should be somewhere around, or go find you a dad, a man that will be a steps crash
Dennis, you're
dummy.
wrong.
Wow.
You're wrong. And this
That's
is why I
true.
say you're wrong. You
Go
said
Steps
ahead.
go
crash.
find a no, no, I'm telling Dennis why he's wrong. You said go
Mm.
find a dad and Go get a dad. What about why don't you just learn how to keep a man? Mm.
No, no, what
Mm.
I'm saying is she
Bars. You
probably
missed it,
no,
Dennis. You
no,
missed
you
it.
got
Why don't you
no,
learn
you
on
got
how to
no.
keep?
See,
How,
you're
how
right.
don't you learn how to keep her
Mm.
dad?
Wow.
You're right. And
Exactly.
by the way, shout out to Kelly's in the building. No, you're right about that. The women don't want to keep. They don't want to learn how to do the stuff that would keep
Why
her
don't you learn how to
with a
keep a
man.
man? That's what you got to do. Is easy because once again they can get one easy, but the question is can they keep them?
It's not always the mother's fault. That mother you saw, Dennis, that was probably like the final straw. I got to be out here with my baby. She's doing what she got to
No,
do, right?
no, 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 no,
Dude, she
no,
can get a
no,
man.
no.
It's easy to get a man for
Ain't
women.
no man want to
2026.
listen. Now you see
Mm.
how difficult it is for you to get a woman, and we're not talking about you. We're talking about Dennis,
Thank
me,
you.
and everyone. Ain't no man
Yeah.
leaving no woman, especially nowadays with social media. So why can't you keep a man?
Wow.
Here it is. These men are out here thirsty as hell. So why can't you keep a man? What is she doing for a man to say, "Oh hell no, I'm out"? What is she doing? How bad
Oh
is
boy.
she as a woman for a nigga to be like, "Nah, I'm not coming
It's
over for
not
no
that simple.
dinner"?
It's not that simple. Ski.
For a man not to mess with his child? We are in 2026 where men are socially shamed publicly, not taking care of their children. So what is she doing for that man to be like, "Oh hell no"?
Uh,
As Dennis just said, that lady probably got a lot of like talking about he's driving in a Tesla truck. So that means a lot of people are snitching on him, talking about pay some child support, pay some child support. So what is she doing as a woman for that man to say, I don't want to be around my own kid? Nah, she full of shit, and that's why she brought that stroller to work because she don't want to fucking work and she want to take less packages and she passed all the packages to
wow.
Dennis. That's why Dennis
Wow.
is out here to 9 p.m. at night because she don't want to do her fucking job.
Oh no no no
I'm
no no. No.
we're not
We get
talking
our
about her. We don't know
no we
her,
get
but
no
but
we
I
get our
know
pack. No, we
her.
get
I
our.
know
Hold on.
her type.
Wait. Just wait. We get our packages before we get our. We know what we got the night before, but that ain't the issue. The issue I'm saying is I respect her enough to where
I
I
don't.
helped her carry that stuff because here's the thing, she's out here trying, but I just think that
She
it
not
gets to a
trying.
point that if her mom or somebody would have just told her like, hey, you need to go get a man. That way you are not out
No,
here like
peak.
that. I think it could be better. But the problem is when our community doesn't take pride in, we don't fight for women to actually be with, a man, that's where we go wrong.
Dennis, you're part of the problem. You're promoting there. You're part of the problem. You're not helping her, man. Once again, it is her fault. She shouldn't be coming to work like that. And this is the problem because you enable them and you give them all the social services. That's why they say they don't need a man. And she came to work with a damn stroller because she wants some damn sympathy. Listen,
Wow. No,
I,
stop right there. Stop
No,
right
no, it
there.
was
She
nobody
didn't
there.
do it.
No, it was nobody there. It was only three people. She
No,
came
look,
late, so nobody really there.
she did not do it for sympathy. That
You
was just
don't
what she
know
had
her,
to
Yeah, she
do.
didn't do
Nav.
it for
You
sympathy.
don't know her, Nav. Listen, listen. I know how these women are, man. They want to go to the damn store with a crying kid and say, "I don't have enough money to pay for these Hostess cakes," knowing that someone like Nav is
Wow.
gonna say, "Here's $5." I'm not
No.
dumb, nigga. I'm not dumb, nigga. You think I'm stupid?
Oh
I ain't
Lord.
stupid. That's why they
No,
take their
that
crying
does that
ass.
does happen though. That does happen. They know they
Thank
ain't
you.
got enough money on their food stamp card. And they'll like literally go to the store, order a bunch of stuff, hoping that somebody behind them would like pitch in to pay for it.
And Dennis
Wow.
can tell you what they do is in the hood, they know they got no money for ice cream. They say, just go up to the truck, just go up to the truck, to the point that ice cream truck don't even come to the hood no more. Because they said they can't say no to a crying kid. Just go up there and
Yep.
cry. That's what I'm trying to say, man. Like tough love
I
is
didn't
what
even
we
think
need to
about
start
that.
doing.
The ice cream truck is gone now.
In the
Mm.
hood, the ice cream truck, I remember in the projects, the ice cream truck used to come there, not no more. That's when the Arab man bought the ice cream truck. The white man said, nah, I ain't got.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, man, exactly. But what I'm trying to say is, Dennis, I know, but that's how they get you. They tug on your heartstrings, like she's trying and this, that, the third. Yeah, she wanted you to say, "Hey, do you think you could take some of my packages?" Like, look,
No,
listen,
she
it's
can't do that. I'm not
2026.
gonna say that. I'm not gonna put that on her. She can't give me packages. She can't. She can't say, "Hey, can you take my packages?" She can't do that.
But you know that,
She
but you
did. She
know that
wasn't even
she's
like that. No, she rushed out of
you
there
right.
and got all her packages and she ran out of there. She's not that type of woman. She actually works hard. I'm just saying.
If
I
she
don't
work
want
hard,
that
why
for
don't she
her
have
to
a
have to bring.
babysitter?
No,
You got all
because
these
I don't
social
know.
services. You got discounted daycare services. You got aunts and aunties and thirsty ass niggas and friends and baby girls and aunties, this and that. You
It's
can
not
find someone to
always that
watch your kid.
easy.
You can.
No.
You're a woman. You're a woman. So what I'm trying to say is you
Mm.
can't be that ugly. All I'm trying to say is this.
Wow.
At the end of the day, she's pulling on your heartstrings. We gotta hold people like her accountable to be like, why can't you keep a man? Look at Dennis. Dennis been in a relationship for a very long time because Dennis is like this. I can't find another good woman like this. Dennis is not letting CG go by any means. So if a man, how is a man gonna let go of his child?
Mm.
So that's all I'm saying.
Nah,
A
if you
man's
choose,
not saying that.
niggas get rid of their kids, man. I'm about to be on that niggas should start tomorrow. I think I might have to be ignorant. I'm
Mm-mm.
gonna see how the numbers go. I'm gonna see how the numbers go. We're about to be ignorant. Niggas actually, let's start now. Niggas actually always give up their kid. They don't care. I ain't my baby.
Mm. Come on, man. No, that's we gotta that's what we're fighting against, right?
Nah.
Uh,
Like, nah, I ain't about to take care of no kid. I ain't busting down the chick. She ain't giving
Mm.
me no cootie. Cootie, I'm
Mm.
freaking about to do it for her. She can go ahead. She better ask that dude she smashing to go take care of that little nigga. What you talking about, Nap?
Mm-mm. Oh Lord.
These hoes ain't loyal. What it is? These ain't
You see
loyal.
that? You see the Bible quote I just put in the chat?
Nah, if you don't read the Bible, what are you talking about?
I still respect it. You know.
Better to sleep on a roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. What does quarrelsome even mean?
I mean, some women they argue for no reason. I think that's all that means.
But you gonna sleep on a roof in your
Not
house?
literally, but
You about to be a beta male?
no, it's just saying that's
Again,
the better
you
option,
just
I guess.
proposed for us men. You just proposed for us men to sleep on a freaking roof because we're gonna be a beta male and not freaking kick her out the house. Go get her own
so
ish.
I got to correct iOS 7. iOS 7 said if she looks good, she can get all her groceries paid for. Incorrect. If she's 500 pounds, um,
Hmm.
she has like a couple kids, she gonna get them food stamps. And this is what I'm trying to say. Like y'all
No,
being
not
too
all.
y'all
Not
being
all,
too
man.
y'all being too easy on these women that got the food stamps, the Section 8, the heat, the
This is
paying the
the
electric
issue, though.
bill. They got the food stamps
Ski.
where no no
This,
let me finish,
this is
Nav.
the,
If they
sorry.
have food stamps, they literally get internet for $15 a month or $20 a month. So they got the free phone. So what I'm trying to say is it's like how you struggling out here in 2026. Like when you literally have all the resources you don't even have to go to the office. You can open up your Obama phone.
Hmm. Well, look, all I'm saying to that, Ski, is a lot of people think they tell a woman just go down to the government office, get all that stuff. The government don't be helping like that. It's not always the case. They make it difficult for them.
This positive app they do help.
Hmm.
But
It's breaking up.
y'all there? I'm
All
breaking
right,
up.
there you go. Yes.
No,
No,
I'm
you're
saying
good
I know
now.
you make it difficult. I can't hear Ski
I've
though.
heard
Crap.
that.
Ski talking?
Ski,
Oh no, no,
you
no.
there, Ski?
I
Oh,
was reading my email.
okay. Well,
See,
Dennis,
No, what I'm
I've
saying
heard.
is now
Don.
they don't make it difficult.
No,
I mean,
Dennis, I've heard.
and
Hmm,
once
yes.
again, I'm not going to talk about Don, but I think Don has children, and Don would tell you the same thing. I'm thinking he might agree with me. He's gonna be like, like shoot, he takes care of his children, and he be working hard. He just said that
Hmm.
these H's be out here lazy.
Wow. Look, all right. All I'm saying is, I've heard some women say that where they're like, I try to go get some benefits, and they say no. So it's not like guaranteed. You know what I mean?
No,
They
she
don't say
lying because
no if
she
you got
wants
a
to get your
kid,
pocket.
dude. Yeah, Nab, you need to go
Hmm.
get you. I'm about to send some bussies that way. Now I'm about to send some
Yeah,
chicks.
some
You can
bussy.
pay the groceries and all that. I'm about to send some your way.
No, Lordy, Lord.
What do you
That's
prefer,
funny.
Ab? What, 25, 120 pounds?
You're talking about I'm not talking about that. Sorry.
No, I'm trying to send you some bussy.
Some bussy.
Not
You know what
pussy.
bussy is? Do you know what
Ab
That's
said
bussy
not what
is?
it's saying.
he's trying to pay for some groceries. He just said he's gonna pay for some groceries
Mm-mm.
over here. And now if you be like defending these hoes, man.
No, Lord.
You just said they got a hard time getting stamps, dude. You realize how easy it is to go downtown, to whatever ghetto city you're in, and get food stamps. If you got to wait in line and pick up DoorDash orders for 2 hours throughout the day, why can't they wait in line for 2 hours to get some food stamps that they got to go do one time every 6 months?
And you know what's wild,
Mm.
Dennis? It's like, when I was, learning the hood and stuff like that, like Nab doesn't know, like these women are very shisty. Whereas like when the kid turns 16, 15, they go and have another kid. They might be 40
Well,
years old and they keep rolling that system. And this is what I was trying to say in the past. They learn to work the system is find men that don't care about the children, find men that's going to
Yep.
go to jail, get shot and killed, so then they can claim
Yep.
benefits and then they can claim desertion. So it's like they're very shisty scammers. Like the biggest scammer, like they're the biggest scammers. They got people loving them, free stuff. They go to school, like free backpack drives in the hood. And this is what I'm trying to say,
I
like,
wonder.
mhm,
Do they ever put life insurance? Like they date a gangster and they're like, go shoot some stuff up.
they don't have
No, I
life
did. I did.
insurance.
No, I did. Here's the thing. I did a video on that with the lawyer guy. I mean, the insurance guy that used to come on here, Alonzo. I did a video on that. Like, this is the thing I tried to push. I was going to promote insurance policies to the hood. The issue with that is, I guess, like if you're committing a crime and you got shot, or if you're gang banging and got murdered, like if they pretty much say that you were doing something that caused your murder, the insurance can deny you. They don't have to pay out criminal
Insurance
death.
companies ain't shit, man. I
No,
swear.
that's the truth. Why would do it? No, think about if you were an insurance company. Why would you want to insure a thug? You know you're gonna die before the age of 25.
Okay,
Like
but
you're
no,
gonna get like 7 years of premium for him. He's gonna walk the family gonna walk away with $50,000 to $100,000. He only paid like $3,500 into the policy.
regardless, life insurance is life insurance. So if that person, passes, pay out.
They
That's
didn't
how I thought.
pass.
Oh, I
They was
didn't.
gang banging. What do you mean
Lord.
passing? They didn't like wake up to a heart attack. No, they freaking was game banging and they got shot probably doing a drive by on somebody. And they got caught lacking, and they got freaking
Well, I just
popped.
think, Dennis,
Like,
maybe you should quit hating and better yourself.
Jerome
nah,
P.
nigga, we outside. We outside. Now pull up. Nah,
See,
I
and that
don't
right
want to
there
do
was
that.
your
I'm
Imagine
cool.
what if
Nab about
the
that life.
what if the what if the insurance agent told like the lady is that why did he slide on those ops? He should have known better.
That's what she probably said. Like, dude, like you gotta understand. The blacks, they don't get insurance because ultimately, um, like, by the way, like, Ski, without you trolling on this
Mhm.
topic, we gotta talk about 3 kids by the age of 21, dude. That was some nasty work. She's partying with a streamer, dude, and she got 3 kids already at 21 years old. Bust down. Like, that's ignorant.
Well, I didn't really hear the whole story, but the one thing I would say is this though. AIDS and children, I'm not AIDS. Age and children don't really go hand in hand because if you're black, there's no right age to have a child. And it's kind of sad that we
Why
are
do you say that?
ingrained. Like, you can have a child at 24. Why did you have a child? It's like you gotta realize black children are not celebrated like white children. Black children are like that as I mean, like once again, that's
Mm.
why I could never live in Pittsburgh because Pittsburgh is just very two races. Whereas like you could be 30 years old, your kid could be 6 months old. They look at your children like your child's gonna be a problem child. And it's like if you grow up in a society where people say you're a mistake or like like it's just it's hard growing up black when you got the whole world saying what's wrong with the world is you. And if it wasn't,
Well,
I
I
mean, if all the black kids disappear from Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh would be perfect.
no, I gotta
That's a
rebut
wild
that. See,
message.
no, I gotta rebut that. See, this is the problem. When they say your life, like they say, you're a mistake. Yes, most of the a lot, not most, but a lot of the kids are mistakes. But they were literally were
Mm-mm.
a woman sleeping with a thug the night before, like in the hood. They don't
Dennis,
wear
not
condoms, so
that mistake.
they're just smashing each other. So the kid was made because the woman didn't want to be pregnant, but she got pregnant because the guy,
She wanted to
just
be. What are
shooted
you
at her.
talking about?
No,
See,
but I'm
this is
saying
what
it's a
you
mistake. It's an
absolving the woman.
accident. No, I'm saying is, dude, no, excuse. What I'm saying is it was an accident. It was not supposed to happen. But with white people, if they're together and they make a baby, then they wanted that baby. And if they didn't want the baby, they're going to do the abortion. But most white women are going to be on birth control, which is why you see a lot of white women at 28 years old with no kids and nothing to see. But if you see a profile for on a dating app for at 28, you know more than likely, especially if she looks good, she got like two or three kids. She just didn't
Yeah,
put them
but
on there because she
Dennis,
knows that that's going to make people not want to mess with her.
But
but
Dennis,
they put.
I didn't mean mistake like that. I'm saying like you're just born a terrorist. Like, cause
No,
that's
people
how
don't
you
think
Mm,
that
picture it.
way.
I
People
mean, you literally
don't think
just
that way.
said
People think,
what's wrong with the black teenagers. Like you said, a black teen takeover is a worst thing since like the nuclear bomb.
yes, because there's no, dude, think about this. If you have a bunch of fathers running around in the community, destroying property, no direction. With just having a mom, you're not gonna have direction. Like my nephew's coming out here, watching 90 Days, how he's going from a guy thinking that it's okay not to work for months because he just like didn't have a lack of self awareness that men are supposed to be out here kicking ass working. Watch how fast in 90 days he go from what he was to having his own place, having thousands in
mm.
his bank account, having a car, and being able to take care of himself ultimately and be a respectful young man, which he's already respectful. And he's going to be building his future in 90 days. Just watch that point. If he had me from the start in his life, like no matter what anybody want to say about my manliness, but had me, he would have already been there. He would not have been living with his mom still. He would have had his own stuff. But the problem is when you have a bunch of kids being born without men because they're accidents, accidental births. That's what people fear, and we just don't need in this country. And that goes for anybody. If the white women were just making pointless babies just
They
because they
do.
want to hook up with the guy at night, yes, some do, but not as a whole. Like most of the men that make the babies, they stay involved with the kids, and it ain't hard to find a white guy for the child support. Black men somehow, for some reason, I don't know why, we're able to just avoid. Like even though I wasn't on like I was absolved or dissolved. I wasn't on a hook for child support because it's just how it was set up with my first child, who legally I'm not responsible for, so I didn't have to pay it. But she still come after me at least DNS because that's
Dennis,
what I wanted.
Dennis, I got a
They
gotcha
fought
moment.
me. Hold on, real quick. Let me.
Here, Dennis, remove
They
me also.
fought me. What
Now
was it?
just dip, bro. Just dip.
All right. Okay. Let me tell you about like, this woman. She
Mm.
they went past me take
Your phone's cutting in and out.
my bad. I said, y'all how many take the test that when you avoid it's not paying. And if you try to pay,
You're cutting in and out. Dennis, I got a gotcha moment. Dennis' phone probably overheated. We're gonna wait for Dennis to come back. I want to know if anyone agreed with me earlier when I was like, you know, that is
Back.
some nasty work.
But all I'm saying is our kids need to have men.
So Dennis,
Culture,
I got a gotcha moment.
yeah, what is it?
So the gotcha moment is you said black men somehow are able to dodge child support, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for your microphone to get clear again. You said black men somehow is able to dodge child support and somehow they're able to not have child support and this, that, the third. I gotta know if I'm correct, if I heard you correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, my whole thing is this. So, do you know how easy it is to dodge child support when they won't hire you for a job? Do you not know that maybe if we was actually getting real jobs, it'd be a little bit difficult? I think if you work at McDonald's, I guess it's easier to dodge child support versus working at a six-figure, $70,000, $80,000 a year job, right? So it's just like here it is. You talking about black men are able to dodge child support as if we're actually getting high paid positions that for sure report and you're actually on a board or company listing or anything like that, right?
I mean, this is the problem with that, Keith. We no matter what, you should still be required to pay child support. And there's always going to be a way for a man to earn a living. Like you can't. There's no excuse for a man to not be earning a living. Period. Like there's no excuse. I'm sorry. No matter how what city you go. See, I moved from Youngstown to Vegas because I got tired of trying to throw parties to make over $50,000 a year because that's my skill set. So I moved. But if I was okay being a $40,000 a year dude, then I would just stayed in Youngstown. But I wasn't okay with that, so I left. You can always leave. Me being in Wilmington right now is solely for my son. Otherwise, I'll be somewhere making big money. But I'm here for my son. Does that make sense? Like, we should always
I mean,
have a
of
job.
course, but the
Like, why
difference
why are
is
these
this
dudes
though.
broke?
But the difference is like what I'm trying to say is this, right? Like you have the good mindset and there's always ways. However, I mean, I don't expect you to know, and I don't really expect anyone except for people that are like 1099 to know. But I think if you're a 1099 worker, I think it's easier to dodge child support being 1099, and that's why you have a lot of people in the hood being self-employed because you can kind of use that system to kind of evade child support and taxes.
See, child support shouldn't even exist. If you take care of your kid, this is how it works. Like I tell people, like my son, if his mom ever said, "Hey, I'm done," like I actually messed up because when we were in California, he actually, um, he actually was acting up when he went back. Like he was just mad that he was back and he was going in. He was just done. Yep, I'll come around.
Your phone's cutting in now, so you
California.
may have to repeat the story.
My son, at one point, we were in California. I brought him back. He was crying. I think he wanted to stay with me. And the mom was like, "You come get him. I'm tired of his mouth. He's just like bad, attitude, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Look, you think about it overnight today. If you want me to come get him, then I can come here. I'll put him in school here." And I started planning this that day. But then the next day, of course, I called her. She said that everything's cool now. He calmed down. But I'm like, dude, like, why you do that? Like, why did you you gotta stop doing that because you had me hyped up. But here's the point. I went and came after her for child support.
Wait, what?
Face
Wait, 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 wait,
I
wait, wait, wait. Wait, you're breaking up. You said you something. What did you say about child support? You would have blanked child support?
would not have after child support. Is that fair? right now because she wants control of power. Just like my daughter was okay my dog's situation. Yeah, like of course found out that I'm not able to be on Charlie, so I let it go. Here's the problem. Um, we have to stop. We have to stop. We have to stop. We have to use common sense. If women don't have the power to literally choose terrible guys just because you know they're going to get support from social support. If we stop that, then we'll have better kids. The kids just getting bad and just worse and worse because women are choosing unfit men, and then the men are choosing unfit women, and it's just a mess. And we gotta get together. And I saw somebody just say, I gotta acknowledge this one thing. I'm gonna start blocking y'all if y'all put my son in ignorant comments. I've never blamed my son for nothing. What I said was that my son, I said that my son, I'm here for him. He knows that my career set, my skill set is not for Wilmington, but I'm doing what I have to do to make do, and I'm still doing good. I have all my bills paid, everything's cool. But I could be doing more without as much energy, but fun energy if I was somewhere else. And that's okay. No big deal. We're living. But I'm not going to act like that's not a reality because it is. But I'm happy to be here because I'm able to support and help and help him flourish him. But with that said, you know, once he graduates, I'll be doing better once I'm in Vegas. I'm in my element, But like when y'all say, like, I'm doing worse, I'm not in a bad situation. What are y'all talking? I just don't understand that. I'm in literally a nice apartment. I'm driving a nice car. Like I'm chill, I'm living my best life, and I don't get why these people keep saying I'm down bad. Like where am I down bad at? Like I don't get where am I? Like Ski, be objective. Be objective. Because I really want to know where am I down bad at, man? I don't know if that's just black hate. They're gonna delusionally think that you're down just because you're not like I don't got gold grill and I'm not flossing money like cash. I mean, do I need to go to ATM machine just pull out $2,000 and just floss it on screen and then just put it back in the account? Like, what do I have to do to not be down bad?
Um, I think what it is, right, in all honesty, is it's traditionalism. It's like what you just said. They're not used to an untraditional man like yourself. Whereas like you gotta realize the examples of them seeing black people with money is different. It's just like what you said, like, if you don't have four baby moms, you don't go to Old Country Buffet, like I guess you're broke. I guess you're not doing well if you don't have a lot of dependents. And because it's kind of wild because in the hood, everybody think the person with a lot, like eight dependents, is the ones that's bringing in mad bread when really that's not the case. And I
That's that.
think you're
But
different. You got to give yourself that. You are a different type of man, and they're not used to someone like you. They're used to
let me,
more like a trader, and that's my diss to trader. It's
yeah.
not really a diss, but they're used to more someone like a trader, like a dashing trader type.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I'm not gonna say trader, but let's just say somebody that would be like Pedro, for example.
Or
Pedro,
Bentley.
that Bentley, yeah, Bentley. Bentley living in a dusty old apartment, not a modern apartment, a dusty apartment, driving a Kia, I think.
Did you see
Here's the
the
point.
plaque on
Okay.
his teeth?
Well,
Like the plaque on his teeth is like
plaque on his
yellow. It's
teeth.
like he got that
Yeah.
drug. He got that crackhead plaque.
Yeah. Here's the situation. Um, hold on, wait. Somebody just said that
Oh, I think they said something about you betting on OKC.
my bad. My bad. Somebody just said, this is what I mean by you still there?
Oh yes, I'm still here.
They're literally going in the chat, like telling the best professional better you would ever meet that I'm down bad because I told people you can't. I said you guys see how the game goes. I said if Shay's going crazy, I said if Shay's going crazy, then I'm betting that money line. Shay got locked down yesterday. Like he wasn't doing nothing. He was getting cooked. So they're saying that I took a beat down on that game. So let me find that real fast. Let me find that game real fast. They said that I don't. It's people. Find that game real fast. What does that say right here? Plus $400. Spurs minus 9.5.
And now you give them another reason to hate.
Literally.
Gave them another reason to hate.
All right, back to the point. Yeah, so the situation is this is the situation. We like yes. If I act like a nigga, like pretty much I just carry like I go pay my rent in cash. If I gotta go to the office, I'm on
Money
you know,
order.
to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I go through big blue face and I freaking like walk out of there, man. I mean that's just real. We good. Like I just pay all my bills on stream.
Exactly.
Literally
Pay your bills on stream.
people with more. Huh?
Pay your bills on stream. Do that.
Yeah, I gotta do that. I have to do that to make these people think that I'm like doing something. These people are out of control, man. Think that like that the reality of life is crazy, man. But it is what it is. But it's crazy that you
That's
know, they think
wild
this way.
though.
Uh,
Pay your bills on stream.
I
We
gotta
need
take a
you to
nigga
go
for
to
my
the gas
yeah.
company with a whole lot of one, fives, and tens.
I gotta pay for my gas with cash instead of just using a debit card at the pump. I gotta go and pay cash. They give me 80 on pump six. That'll make me look baller. Like I just it's like crazy how black folks are. Black folks literally you got a fantasy, you gotta have a fantasy setup of money for them to be happy and think that you're up. I gotta have once again the fake like this chain that I got. I didn't have to tell you I was fake, but guess what? I messed
Mm,
up because I forgot with niggas. You gotta just act like it's real. I could act
But
like
the
it
whole
was
thing
real. Y'all
is
wouldn't have
though,
known. It looks
nah,
real.
nah, nah. They would have said it's fake. You gotta keep it real. You're like you kind of got it right, but this is not the channel where people gonna give you props and say, "Oh man, my boy Denny shining finally." They're not gonna give you that.
I
You
guess
gotta be
so.
fair
Yeah.
there. Like maybe if we had a different type of black on this channel, they would be like, "Oh man, my man Dennis getting money. He got the Tahoe, he got the Nike Tech, he got the shorts, he got the seafood boil dinner, he got the chains on." He over there giving people rides. He got the Gatorade on deck. He got the TV in the living room. He got the computer. He got the new crib. First one to take a crap in it. He over there moonwalking, got the appliances, got the Samsung app on his phone to start the washing machine as he's driving. Like, they're not
Yep.
gonna do that. They're
Oh, I
not
forgot.
gonna
I
do
gotta
that.
start my dryer. By the way. No, I'm just
Exactly. There
playing.
we go. Thanks, guys.
They don't even know. They don't even know the perks of having like having a washing machine you can like start on the way home,
Thank you.
or a refrigerator that I can like, or a microwave I can start, stove
It's
I can start.
crazy because the guy with the sleeping bag was hating on you. You don't need them appliances. You
Yeah.
don't need that. I'm like, what?
So let's switch topics here to this tax stone sentenced to 37 years or 37 or he actually had 35-year sentence for the shooting at T.I.'s concert. I forgot who he shot again,
Oh
but
yeah,
this, yeah, sure, yeah. What I understand is this is this nigga about him. Like, why would you like you're in jail and you get caught for like contraband scheme to like like bring in contraband, but dude, why do they like he pretty much got 20, he got 37 extra additional months for having 100 strips of synthetic opioid, 27 bags of marijuana, 400 cigarettes, two lighters, a scalpel, cell phone charger cord, and plug. He got caught with that. What I understand is like, would you ever be able to train your mind into doing something that's gonna put you in jail for decades? That's gonna ultimately cause you to like have to sleep with men, like lay next to a man the rest of your life, for the
Well,
most
Dennis,
part.
you got to realize, like, it's not trained. It is he's a product of his environment, which is, once I hear that, that means he's getting money in jail, and it's kind of like he's adapting to his environment, and sometimes you have to take risks. It's gonna be very ignorant, but it's kind of like going to the army. It's like, people will say, why would you go to the army if you're gonna get your head blown off? But it's like, you might, you might not. So it's like he was already in jail. He's just making the best of it. And sometimes you gotta take penitentiary chances while in the penitentiary.
Um, Makes sense. What about like the dude that got sentenced to like life with no parole, light skinned dude? He had a choice of death penalty or hard labor for the rest of his life, which people don't understand. It's no joke. Like they literally put you out in the middle of nowhere prison and you're like digging trenches. You're literally digging trenches all day, like modern day slavery, because you're legally allowed, you're literally considered a slave at that point, but you're digging trenches um, for the rest of your life. Like you get no, you're never gonna have a woman again. Like, what would you rather have? Because I think I would take the death penalty.
In all seriousness, it's like it's kind of hard to do a hypothetical. Um, it's hard to do a hypothetical. And I only say that because it's like your feelings and emotions. Like right now, you said you would take the death penalty.
Yeah.
And it's like me, my mindset is I take whatever comes my way. I'll be like, y'all gotta make that decision.
No, I'm
No.
saying though, could you do like imagine if you lived till 90? Could you do hard labor for the rest of your life? Like you're not getting paid. You're getting like 5 cents an hour. Like, could you imagine doing that? Like, you would have to act like a good old boy. You would have to like with the warden and everybody, you would have to like do whatever you have to do to keep them happy. So that way you can like have the easiest job. Maybe you're monitoring the guards doing the work. Like it's literally like off of life. It's that same exact thing. You have to do the work, or you get sent to another prison that you're like 23 years. I mean, 23-hour lockup. Like you don't see the light of day, but 1 hour a day.
Um, Once again, like it depends like how you feel, because it's just like, I don't know, man. Like, do you think what he did was right? Or do you think what he did was
No, I
wrong?
think he deserves what he got. It's just that he's a pointless baby, though. Like he was a pointless kid. I mean, actually, I can't say that because he had two parents. They gave him a good life. But the other ones that had, just a mom, they were just born just because the woman just wanted to get DNA for the night. That's all these women be caring
You
about is DNA. They
you
don't
don't
care about,
know.
the repercussions of it. They just want DNA.
I
I'm
feel like
sorry. You got
I
birth
feel like
control.
I feel like they should have went harder on the light skinned guy. He had it too good.
I mean, how harder would it be? You got life with no. He begged his way out of that. Like he had to plead and said he's going to help inmates and stuff. It's just, I just think when it comes down to it, we got to
He said that he was gonna be a model prisoner. He said,
yeah,
I'm gonna stay away from bad apples. I'm gonna shut your dumb ass up. He said when he
yeah.
said I'm gonna stay away from bad apples, I'm like, now when you get back to that prison, they say, who's the bad apple? Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Like he's getting like his booty is being devoured tonight. Like right now, it's probably like somebody's lining him up. I mean, you're never getting out of jail. So it's like, why, like, you would have to just be yay at that point. Like, you just have no choice. Like, what else you gonna do? Like, you have to just, for protection, you have to just be gay if you're that dude. He's light skinned
And the worst
in
part is, and
jail.
he has the worst name too. His name is Sean. I like
Yeah.
that name really fits him.
Yeah, he's
So it's
cooked.
like
He is absolutely
it's
cooked.
my whole thing
Like,
is like He wanted to fit in.
He probably thinks he can break out one day. He doesn't understand how hard it is. He probably thinks like one it might, like, man, this is tough, man, because it's like I just couldn't imagine. I would have to I would be hard to get death penalty. I would just tell them straight up, like, look, can we have an experimental? You throw me over a volcano and just launch me out of there. Like, put me, you put me to sleep. Because, like, I think it's torture. I think they should put, because, they can give you an electric chair while you're incapacitated. They can literally give you a needle, knock you out, and then electrocute, but they make you be up for that. Like, why? Like, I don't understand. Why could when they just, like, put you to sleep and just chop your head off? Like, why do they make you face? I get that, they want you to face your death, but at the same time, it's like, dude, if you offer to like put me in like a capsule and like just launch me into a volcano, put me to sleep, I won't feel the pain. I'm gonna just be dead. But to make me like have to like get injected and then there's a chance it might go wrong. If it goes wrong, they release you, right?
Let's see, and this is the problem that I have with you, because
Yeah.
you hang out with the white people too much, and ain't no N word trying to think about that type of stuff. Like, you said a whole volcano. I'm like, bro, like just imagine the lava going into your ears, your hair, and you're not gonna die instant on impact. It's like, bro, you hang out with too many of these white people that like torture, man.
No, you do die instantly. What do you mean? You
No,
convict?
you don't. Like, it's like, you ever got burned before?
Yeah, but the thing is, you're literally going into a lava. If you're gonna like melt right away.
You don't melt.
I'm dumb. You remember I'm dumb, so I didn't know. I thought you go in lava. I thought you just evaporate.
You don't ever like. Do you not know how painful? Just imagine, like, on your scalp, you have like molted like metal digging through your scalp to your brain, down to your spine, to
But if
your
you're
booty
knocked out
crack.
sleep, you wouldn't feel it though. They can give you enough medication like to knock you out. You won't feel it. You're gonna just die.
And two, you don't really understand he has the death penalty. Like, when you in jail, you gotta understand you can overdose on some opioids in jail.
How?
So do you want to do yourself? You know, I'm not trying to joke about it, but he might try to do um a self-determinate uh death penalty.
How dumb? No, I get that. How dumb is this dude? This dude said, "You're not dumb. You're an idiot, truly." Like, you see what these many people? I literally told you I'm dumb, but he wanted to pretty much call me dumb. But he had to first say I'm not dumb to call me. These people are like kids. But no, I think they should. I think we got to be like China. I think we got to stop chopping people. Like, if you steal, you can chop your hand off. I think we should force like kids that do like the Y and stuff to just like go to military. That's the only way to save them. They need the military. They'll come out proper. It's just we got to stop being too nice because it's really the black kids that get away with everything right now, and it's causing our communities to be
They don't.
bad.
They
They
don't.
do.
They don't.
You ain't see that one dude that got who murdered somebody, and they let him out on like a $1 million bond, and then he ended the life of somebody else. Now he's in jail.
They had it coming.
No, because of him being black. But then Chuck the Builder, who deserves to like go to jail because he shot at a person, period, who he antagonized. I don't think the person should have beat him up, but at the same time, I think that Chuck shouldn't have shot him because it was not deep. So he's gonna go to
My whole
jail.
thing is, we need to have an interview of that guy, because I want, maybe we should do a reaction to his interview. But it's just like the whole thing is like, bro, like, what were you doing out there for Chud the Builder to find you? Because Chud the Builder is not going anywhere where there's black doctors, black lawyers. Like, it's crazy how you black in front of the courthouse and you're not a lawyer. Like, what were you doing there?
That's true. And that's true. And by the way, I want to play this video because I'm gonna get off here in a second. I'm gonna come back on a little bit once I take a little nap. I want you to watch this video. I want you to just give me your reaction to how do we fix this. Here we go.
Black culture is idiotic. Most of the people in this graduation is out of their mind, and it's black people. Hey, I want to give a quick shout out real quick to my
How do we fix that?
Um, I think the way we fix it, I mean, to be honest, I don't really even know what's the problem. I felt like he handpicked those clips. It's just like
Nice show. They
he,
showed one Hispanic. They showed one Palestinian person that pulled the flag out, and the guy, the black high school whatever principal, looked at him like he was about to smack the bitch out of him.
well, to be honest, I feel
But
like you
that's
do
in a
stuff like
later
that.
video.
You need to go back to your country because I'm tired of this you coming over here getting accommodations talking about oh I need to feel like it's home. Okay, if you want to feel like it's home, go back home then. You don't need to be here. That's how I feel about it. Um it's just
So
like
what about
yeah,
Nav?
like
You think Nav should go back to where he came from? Is he
once
proud? He
again,
has this flag.
is he trying to bring home here?
Yeah, pretty much. He's saying like screw Israel and bring the flag,
Is
Palestinian
is is
flag,
is,
and
is he taking showers? Is he trying to bring home here? Because
now he
if
doesn't
he
take.
trying to
I don't
bring
know Nav. I don't think Nav takes showers
well,
like that. I
all I'm
think he
trying to
does the
say is
Middle
this
Eastern
though.
thing.
I think it's very disrespectful that people say we need to be appreciative of other people's cultures, but no one's appreciative of black people. That's what rings my bells. People talk about you need to be more open, you need to accept other people's cultures, but the same people that saying that disrespect black people on the daily basis though. So if you want me to take in any damn culture from fucking Filipino to freaking Israel to Palestine, Australian, and everything else, you're gonna have to start respecting some real niggas. Until we start respecting real niggas, it's gonna be fuck everyone else. Y'all can go back because y'all don't deserve it here. Y'all want to come in here and this is like for example, I go out to Whole Foods, right? These Indian people cut me off and they look at the meat and I'm like, bro, you know you're vegetarian and it's like you want to disrespect the real nigga. It's like, bro, I don't know how y'all got over here. I don't know who asked you to come, but it's like, bro, like we don't really want you here. We don't really need you here. We don't really like you. No one really likes you, bro. So they just need to go back and stop trying to bring home here, bro. Like nobody even buys your food. Everybody be capping on your food. Your food be having no meat. Indian food be like 99.9% sauce. It'd be two chicken nuggets and a gallon full of meat juice. So all I'm trying to say is they just need to go somewhere else, bro.
Hold on, real quick. You about to get me in trouble. Guys, me and Nab can joke. Nab, of course, takes showers. I'm joking.
You know he
Okay?
doesn't.
Yes, he does. I was joking. So these people, they always try to start some beef. What I was saying was, I know the Muslims don't take showers all like that, from what I was told. In their culture, they don't take showers every day. Isn't that how it is?
I mean, when you see Nav's picture, he be having a lot of stubble. I don't know, man. But the whole thing is, Nav knows you playing. Nav be playing along with you. That's what I be trying to say. He knows your satire, and you know he's not even dead serious, bro.
Yeah, but no, the Muslims don't. They be taking like one shower a day, though. Like,
No, but
once, like every couple days sometimes. But it's all good as long as they don't stink. That's all that
the only thing
matters.
I'm tired about is people coming into this country disrespecting niggas. Like we be minding our business. We be over there at Walmart and shit. They walk right in front of you, and it's like, bro, like I sense some animosity, and then
Well,
it's like. mhm.
no, I just say Nab said they take 5 showers a day. Do you think that's even possible for a Muslim person to take that many showers?
No, I don't.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think uh, with some of the body odor and stuff. I'm just joking. Let me stop. I'm just joking. Hold on. Why did this man just ask Nab to show the shower and soap?
Nav, you gotta show the shower, man. You gotta show the shower
Wait,
and the soap.
y'all think Nab just uses water?
Well, Nav, I know Nav gonna get mad at this because I remember when Nav was promoting his channel, he was just doing some dingy stuff. Like he was cleaning off his
For
engine with a Lysol wipe. I'm like, bro,
real?
yeah, legit though. Nav knows he was cleaning off his engine with a Lysol wipe, and I'm like, that's not how you get rid of a check engine light. Ew, Nav can confirm. When Nav come up here and be like this, yo, Nav, will you clean up your engine with a Lysol wipe? This man gonna say like, I was cleaning the car, but the whole thing is like, ain't nobody doing that with no Lysol wipe.
Hold on. What about what are like? What are three black jokes? If you were like doing like a roast, like the Kevin Hart roast, you know all the blacks are going crazy because the one comedian I killed, he had the best set because he's just funny. Like you want disgusting comedy jokes. That's what makes a roast. But the dude said George Floyd is looking up at us, right?
Wait, he
Only if
said
George,
that?
yeah, he said that, and that's just, I mean, it's just the timing was just funny. But I mean, then
What?
they
He
said
said
Charlie.
that?
Yeah, no, the white guy said it, but then guess what? Somebody said he said at the same time a joke about Charlie Kirk being dead, like being shot. He made
Nah,
jokes about Charlie
man.
Kirk being shot, and he made about George Floyd. But here's the point:
Who?
they got
Nah, man.
outraged. No, it was the
Well,
Tony Hitchcliff, whatever. He's from Youngstown, Ohio, by the way. He went to
oh,
like
that's where he's
school. Well,
from.
me. Yeah, but here's the reason I was gonna say that was what's three good black jokes that you can
I
give if you're
can't.
like roast. What about Muslim?
I heard people talk about some type of Kevin Hart stuff. I was watching Langston,
Yeah.
Long Live Langston. I didn't even see it, but Kevin Hart, you being from Philly, man, the city of brotherly love, and you let them do those type of jokes.
Well,
And so I'm not,
you're not gonna get no Muslim jokes though. Three of them.
nah, man. It's just like,
Let me ask Gemini, I guess.
no,
Hey
they really
Gemini,
said that.
can you, for research purposes, give me three Muslim roast jokes for a comedy roast I'm about to do? Give me three jokes that are gonna be funny based on stereotype. What? Why am I? Not wife left him because oh God no. Okay. We all know you try to keep it 100, holla. But let's be honest, your dating life is so chaotic, it's basically considered a major sin. I've seen less drama in these theological debate than in your group chats. God. You always talk about standing up for anyone, but we know the truth. You could face down a whole crowd of critics, but if your mom calls you by your full name and reaches for a slipper, you're apologizing before the phone even rings. This is corny. You claim you love fitness, but the only heavy lifting you actually do is carrying those giant plates of bayana back to your table for a third helping. Your cardio is just running to the kitchen before the food gets cold. I mean, that's kind of corny. They could have got, these are like white men jokes right here. Hold on. Can you give me three harsh black roast jokes for this roast I'm about to do? Make them harsh and stereotypical. Yeah, that was kind of trash. Okay, the blacks, you're always bragging about being invited to the cookout, but let's be honest, if you actually showed up, they'll hand you a trash bag and put you on cleanup duty. You have the exact energy of a guy who brings generic soda and plates of Briscoe to go. Corny. We all know you operate strictly on your own timeline. Your punctuality is so bad that if your own funeral started at 2, you wouldn't show up till 2:45 looking for a plane, complaining that the music is too quiet. Oh, he's roasting me. You're always talking about your next big play and your 5 different side hustles, but your bank account looks like a group chat full of unsubscribed notifications. You're the only person I know who puts CEO of my own destiny in their bio, but still has to check their balance before buying a loose piece of double dribble or double bubble. Hold on, check their balance before buying a loose piece of double. Why you roasting me? Like, Jesus, dude, you
So
realize this?
so you saying Chat EBT switched up on you?
Like literally, you just said you're always talking about your next big play and your 5 different side hustle, but your bank account actually shows a group full of unsubscribed notifications. You're the only person who puts CEO of my own destiny in their bio. Still has to check on their balance. Hey, how you doing?
Oh,
I'm gonna
they
just
heard
do
you.
the number 2 um, combo with no pickle. It's large. Yep, large size. We can do a lemonade. And that'd be it. Thanks. No, I'm okay. Or it's actually one barbecue for Dennis. Hold on, guys. I gotta use this app. Just scan. You're fine. All right. Thanks. Yeah, that was some nasty work. The AI just switched up on me. I didn't even tell it to roast me.
Did you learn your
Jesus.
lesson?
Nah, I'm good. Um, no,
So
it
how
wasn't
does
a
that
stir.
make you feel though? Like, are you gonna like snap on it? Like, are you gonna kick it?
Think about delete the app. You don't
I
get to
think I
talk
think
about me.
I think you should
Yep.
delete the app
Thanks.
because the app went too hard.
Okay, thanks. What was that?
I think you should delete the app.
Nah, I'm just messing. Hey, thanks. You thanks. Nah, I made that up.
You know what's crazy? What happened if Big Black? What happened if Big Black was using that to roast you?
You might have. No, I think what happened with Big Black or whatever that dude weirdo. I think what happened with him is he doesn't have social skills. I think he's really just a guy that just wants to fit in. Like you not read people. He wanted to fit in, and he was trying to be like funny, and he just don't have social skills. So his funny was just trying to disrespect me. But it's all good. It's all love. People they don't have they don't have when you don't have a life, nobody interested in like communicating with you. Sometimes you gotta like just put stuff in your head and um, you know go with the flow. I just hope. I just wish the best for all these people. I want all these people to be great. But no, that is crazy though. The AI did just the hustle versus the real stereotype. He did just cook me a little bit. Sheesh. Sheesh. AI, let me see.
Free AI.
You did a good job on that last roast on me. I want you to give me three more roasts about me. Keep it real. Don't be a yes man. Cook me. Let's see what it comes up with. I told him don't be a yes man. Oh, he said, all right, you want it real. Let's pull back the curtain of the whole operation. Here's your three roasts. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. You love telling everyone you're a business owner, a founder, a content creator running multiple channels. That's a lot of fancy corporate titles for a guy whose daily physical reality consists of fighting for his life in a DoorDash drive through, praying the customer doesn't notice he forgot the extra ranch. Oh, my God. He's cooking me. You're out here taking classes for video and television technology, studying the craft and script doctor in your YouTube channels, all the cinematic education just to make 8-minute investigative documentaries about other DoorDash drivers. You're using collegiate level editing skills to expose the local gig economy beef. I love that you brought commercial property in Ohio. You're already training your daughter to run the empire. Oh, are you talking about my daughter now? That's top tier legacy planning, but let's be real right now. Your empire is a long distance relationship. Oh God, a motorcycle needs maintenance and a daily route delivering 90 small packages to people who don't even know your name. You're planning a dynasty in front of you're planning a dynasty from the front seat of a delivery van. Jesus Christ, that last one was the worst. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What? Jesus. Ski. I mean, I mean, Jesus. I mean, did he just cook me on that? Ain't no coming back from that. I can't be mad at it. You know what's crazy? If this would have been a real person, maybe y'all in the chat should start using Gemini to roast me. Because if y'all would have said this to me, I would have went in. Because it ain't really necessarily true, but it's also at the same time true enough. My motorcycle doesn't need maintenance, though. I have a maintenance plan. It doesn't need maintenance. Actually, I gotta go get maintenance before I run out of time to get the maintenance. But my bike don't need maintenance. But that whole 90 small packages to people you don't even know your name, how would they even know that? And then it went in on empire of a long distance relationship. Jesus Christ. That's some nasty work. Gemini's on one. Well, guys, I don't know if you know, but I'm about to get ready to end this. I gotta go take a shower after I eat this food. Tonight I got Chipotle to eat, and I gotta do some bonus watching. We're supposed to be off the next 2 days. I don't know. We're gonna see. But I gotta do some bonus watching today, tonight. I got games this weekend, so let's see. Gemini, can you give me some roast for the chat, the haters? Help me roast the haters. Give me 3 roasts I can give to the haters. Nah, Gemini here to stay. I love that you're sitting in the comments section. I love that you're sitting in the comments acting like a director when you can't even afford admission to the show. You're spending free time analyzing my bank deposits, my business, my routes. Congratulations, you've officially made yourself my most dedicated unpaid administrative assistant. Ooh, cooked y'all. Y'all so thirsty. Analyzing my life. There you go. There you go. It's always the people with default gray avatar or a picture of a car they don't own who has the most to say. You're hiding behind an anonymous account talking about my hustle. But the closest you ever come to a real business operation is opening a bag of chips your mom bought you. Ooh, you guys keep leaving these long paragraphs trying to tear me down. But all I see is high engagement metrics. Keep typing out those essays, please. Your anger is literally funding my next project. You think you're roasting me, but you're actually just working for my algorithm. Okay. That's some good stuff, though. That's a lot. I might have to let you two write a whole script for me. With that said, let me see. Actually, Jeff sent me a video link to a YouTube video. What is this? Shout out to Jeff. Hold on, let's start that over. Whoops.
Don't be surprised when your wins start making other people uncomfortable. Yeah, everybody say I ain't a hater, and a lot of people gonna say, yeah, I want to see you win. Until when it has a face on it, and that face look like somebody they grew up with, or went to school with, or a nigga they remember struggling, and now you thinking bigger, you making money, and you moving different, and without saying a single word, your life started addressing their excuses. Because sometimes people don't just hate you. They hate what your discipline reminds them about their damn self. The risks they never took, the businesses they never started, or them prayers they gave up on and stopped believing in. You know a hit dog gonna holler, right? And not every reaction is about you. Sometimes your growth just hit they nerve. And if you spend your time in your life trying to make insecure people comfortable, guess what? You'll sabotage your own people. Don't be surprised when your wins
That
start
makes
making
sense.
other people uncomfortable.
That makes sense.
Yeah, everybody say I ain't a hater, and a lot of people gonna say, "Yeah, I want to see you win."
All right, guys.
Until when it has a face.
Yeah, that was some good stuff, Jeff. Look, guys, with that said, look, I got to go in here and wash my hands, eat this food, do this bonus washing, and we're gonna chill out. Shout out 7, Don, J, Media, Jeff. Shout out to Ski. Shout out to everybody that rocked out with me. I'll see y'all tomorrow or tonight. I might come back on tonight, depending on how much we bonus wash. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate that, Jeff. Shout out to you. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.